Yeah. Welcome in. Welcome back. Not too happy right now. In fact,
no round of applause. What's the round of applause?
Round of applause for what, Transformer? For what?
For the
my
show,
bad.
Man.
You know what? Here we go. I got you. Here we go. That round of applause wasn't for us. It was for NIU, Northern Illinois U, for going into South Bend, Indiana, beating the number 5 Notre Dame Fighting Irish on their own field in the biggest win in program history. That's what that round of applause was for, because it wasn't for the Irish. It wasn't for us, and I'm miserable. And now I got to sit here with you for the next 2.5 hours. Not that I mind doing that, or however long it takes to get through these topics. And I got to stew, and I got to be miserable, and I got to watch my phone get lit up by all my Notre Dame hating homeboys, so they can laugh at my pain. But it's going to be what it's going to be. So what we're going to do is we are going to get into another amazing episode of the Format Podcast. We got some great topics for you, as you can see in the rundown. A lot of football stuff, and we'll do some quick hits before we even get into those. And yeah, man.
Everybody. All right, because he's so mad right now. He ain't even say, "What's up, Transformer?" He didn't. What's round of applause. He forgot everything. My man is distraught right now. Okay,
distraught.
He is distraught right now. So chat, everybody, no matter how you're watching, how you tuned in, man, just give my man a virtual embrace. All right, brotherly love. Put his head on your shoulder. Console my guy. He is out of whack right now, guys.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Marcus Freeman got the. You know what? I'm gonna save that for the quick hits. I can't even. Man, I'm so irritated about this. Like, this is really.
Welcome to Week 1, Florida State.
Yeah. No, I got it. I got it.
Man, that's how we feel.
Yeah,
After that, like the Week 2 loss, it was just like, all right, man, whatever.
Yeah.
But man,
all right. Let's, man. All right. So listen, thank you for joining. I wanna kind of wait for the chat to pick up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop my thing here. You know what we like to do, so I'm gonna do that. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in the Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't. So yeah. So if you're in the chat, just do us a favor. Go ahead, click that like button on YouTube. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to,
Bruce, I'll take it over.
Crazy.
If you guys are tuned in, well, we would love for you guys to hit that like button, that comment button. Go ahead and give us some comments. Hopefully some good ones. All right. Warm embraces for my boy Bruce. All right. Hit that subscribe button. If you want more content, it helps us push more content to others who like to watch sports comments, sports takes like you. All right. I say that with a smile on my face because right now, my boy Bruce is a little down. All right. So we're going to kick this thing off. Some hot takes, man. What's some hot takes, Bruce? Give us a hot take real quick. Give us
man.
Quick hit. Quick hits.
All right. So number one quick hit, man. As a Notre Dame Fighting Irish fan since 1993, I'm so sick of having to freaking say we're not good enough. I'm so sick of it. Even when we get a quality win, we're not good enough because we got to follow it up with a loss against a team that we should beat. The great teams, the really good teams, the teams that we're trying to be, this doesn't happen to them. They don't play up or down to the level of their competition. They have a standard and they play to their own standard, right? If this was one of the really good teams or one of the great teams, we would have hung 50 on these dudes today. And that's no disrespect to Northern Illinois U. Got to give them their props and their shout out for going into Notre Dame Stadium. What did we say the other night? Last night before, 28-point underdog. That was the spread, right?
28-point
27
underdog.
and a half,
That's correct.
28 freaking points, and they come out with the win outright. They didn't cover. They came out with the win outright. That's not supposed to happen. The really good teams, the great teams, don't allow that to happen. They get the job done, no matter who the opposition is. No matter who the opposition is. And I'm so sick after all these years of having to do this. I really thought maybe we turned a corner after last week. Marcus Freeman's biggest win as the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He goes down, hostile territory, SEC. Most athletic team we're probably going to play all year. Best defensive line we're probably going to play all year. We got the job done. He comes back home. The team is not prepared. The team is not ready. They get beat by NIU. There's no freaking excuse for this. There's no freaking excuse for this. And I'm just so frustrated. I'm tired of having to hear this crap. I'm tired of having to say this crap. I don't even know. I like Marcus Freeman a lot. I think he's a really good, promising young coach. But at some point, he's got to do a better job of having these guys ready. Can he go out, physically put on the helmet, line up with these guys? No, he can't. But he's got to do a better job of having this team prepared to win all the games they should. Now, Brian Kelly, he wasn't the best coach, but guess what? He made sure that Notre Dame won all the games they were supposed to win. They never lost a game that they should have won under Brian Kelly. They couldn't win the bigger ones, but they never lost a game they were supposed to win. And this is just frustrating, man. You take over. Go ahead.
I got you try to find words, right? I feel like this is a sad moment in sports, but it's just a bad moment in sports, right? You finally get to opportunity with a playoff to get in the playoffs is a little bit more open. All you got to do is truly win a conference game. I mean, your conference championship, and you're pretty much in there. If you continue to do what you've been doing for the last couple of years, and you really been just getting cheated out, I'm not gonna say, well, let's cheated out, voted out by the committee because you're just not an SEC team, big conference, big conference team, right? We finally have the opportunity to really put Notre Dame in a situation to where you have that fighting chance to get to the national championship like you've always wanted. I think the last championship you guys been in was 2012 against Alabama, right?
Correct.
So you have some animosity towards, like, we need to redeem ourselves because it was a piss poor showing the last time we actually made it to the big stage. Just to have it all, in a sense, just go in flames in week 2 against a team that's not even power anything. Against not only an unranked team, Northern Illinois, who's never beaten a top 10 team in school history. Never. They were 0-14 against a top 10 opponent, top 10 ranked opponent in school history. And you pull off the upset against not only a top 10, but a top 5, ranked 5, Notre Dame, who a lot of people had national championship aspiration. They were up there with the Oregons and, of course, your Georgias and your typical teams in the SEC.
Yeah.
But they were some voting favorites. They were getting a lot of voting favorites on game day to be in that championship game, not only to be there, but to win it. And I mean, watching the game, there was nothing championship about that team. There was.
You're 100% right.
No, not on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely right.
Ball, quarterback couldn't get it done. You had that one great run to put you out of 14 to go up 14 because you were down literally the whole game. You shouldn't be fighting for your life against Northern Illinois. So I feel like as an organization, you're just hurt. Like that just really put a knife to your heart to be like, we finally have the opportunity to just go in this season, beat who you supposed to beat, just get them out the way. And now we have that fighting chance at the end of the season to really put our hard work, our efforts on display, and just to have it going.
So this is tough, right? Because Notre Dame can still make the playoff, obviously, being a 12-team field, but there's no more room for error because Obviously, they can't be a conference champion because they're independent. They don't have the strongest schedule this year, so it's kind of interesting that this year, when they have one of their weaker schedules, that's when the playoff expands. Going undefeated would have basically locked us into that number 5 overall seed, where Notre Dame could have had a home game to start off the playoffs. All that looks like it may well be out the window because they couldn't do what they needed to do. This is, I can't tell you how frustrated I am for a number of reasons. Like, okay, I know I'm gonna get lit up by my boys, cool. All the people who hate Notre Dame that are cool with me, they're gonna get at me.
That comes with the territory. Yeah.
Correct. And I'm used to that. It's been a long time I've had to deal with that. I'm used to it. Cool. But
yeah,
it's not even that. It's that, again, it's the frustration because I'm a big fan of Coach Freeman. And this is now the second time he has lost a home opener against a subpar team. 2 years ago, he lost a home opener against Marshall.
This was the home opener. Yeah, last week I was on the road.
This was the home opener because we went down to A&M last year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, like, what's missing that he can't seem to get these guys ready to win all the games that they should.
Yeah.
Coming into this season, obviously I was concerned about this opener last week at A&M. Went down there, took care of that. And I was a bit concerned for all the crap I give you. I was concerned about the visit from Florida State come November, right? Because that's still a very good team. Correct. Yeah, Bruce, no, absolutely. I think you might have missed it. At the beginning of the show, I actually, the round of applause that I normally give for our show, I actually gave that for NIU. They came in there and they did what they had to do. So no doubt about it. But I don't care about that. I'm not an NIU fan. And I know as a journalist, I'm supposed to be objective here, but again, my level of frustration is really, really, this was supposed to be a quick hit. I could go on and on about this all night. So if you got anything else to add about the Notre Dame Peach Transformer, do that. And then we'll move on to the next quick hit topic.
They need to go undefeated.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
That's just without question. I mean, you're looking at your schedule, right? I mean, you really don't have any fearful opponents. I honestly, I can't even say that anymore just based on this loss. You're scheduled to win all of these games with the exception of possibly the last game against USC. That might be the toughest fight from here on out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go and dominate literally every team now. You have to literally put in the committee's eyes and the world's eyes like, look, last week was a fluke.
Mm-hmm.
We really are like that. We just had a lapse, a little bit high. I mean, tired. No, Texas A&M gave them a game last week. They gave them a true game. It was a hard fought deep on the defensive side and the offensive side. They came out with a nice little nail biter win, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just to lose this one, Notre Dame, every fire should be under somebody's ass. Everybody got a flame lit. Like,
absolutely.
We're dominating every team.
Yeah.
In the trenches, from the run receiver, everybody who has cleats on that sideline needs to come in this game like it's the national championship, literally. And I think, if you treat the rest of the schedule like that and you literally go undefeated in dominating fashion, then the committee will look at week 2 like, okay, all right, it was a lapse. Let's go ahead and get him in this 12 team playoff. But if they don't, and if they lose the last game against USC, they're done.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me say this. You're 100% right on everything you just said. Here's the problem, and we know this to be fact. Notre Dame is not good enough to do that. So now what? You know what I'm saying? They have to try and win these games, but they're not good enough to go out and dominate and make a statement against every single team they played. We just saw it. So real quick, great comment. Eagles Brother 92. What up, everybody? Already gave that like button. Sorry, your Irish lost. On the other hand, my father, who went to Northern Illinois, shout out to your father, the Husky, is celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl. So this is so interesting, right? Real quick, I just want to, this is probably not the time to say it, but the hell with that. It's my show. I'm going to say it anyway. People constantly give me the whole Notre Dame is irrelevant spiel, that crap, right?
I wouldn't say that. No,
not you. But people say that constantly. And everything about Notre Dame and college football decries that statement. And one of them is right here. My father, who went to Northern Illinois, is celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl. Outside of like the top 10 teams, Notre Dame is everybody's Super Bowl. And anyone who says that's not true is just lying to themselves because they don't want to give Notre Dame props. But it is what it is. Let's move on, man, because
let's do it.
The more I talk about that, anyway.
Get blood boiling, man. Let's move on.
Man. Another quick hit. Texas and Michigan. How good is Texas, man? What do you think?
What did I say last night?
You said it.
What did I say?
Said it.
I told you Texas was for real.
You said he was going to smoke them. Yeah.
Texas for real. I'm like, bro. I'm like, Michigan about to get blown out. They about to get cooked. Like,
man,
what's good, man? Down sports, man. We need that No Diddy shirt, bro.
Yeah, facts. We need that because the No Diddy shirt is a must.
Diddy.
Need to get that.
That was a good freaking shirt, man.
Yo, I needed that laugh, man. Thank you, man.
I was like, bro, that's a No Diddy shirt. I was like, he's covered, bro. He's covered. He can say whatever he wants. All you gotta do is do this. Yeah,
he was saying some real reckless stuff that night.
It was crazy. It was crazy. I'm looking at the phone like, yo, G, chill, man.
Right.
But he was like, everybody comment, man. He got the No Diddy shirt on, man. He's covered. He's covered, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So this Texas Michigan. I did think Texas was gonna win.
Yeah.
Michigan. They got to figure some things out. They lost a lot of talent to graduation into the NFL. They lost a lot of talent. Of course, they lost their head coach, but Sharon Moore is a good coach. But the other thing is there's great uncertainty at the quarterback position. And the offensive line does not look like it looked last year, the two-time Joe Moore Award winner. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Eagles brother. And that's exactly what I just said. They need to figure out the QB situation. And also, something I noticed, Texas's O-line is absolutely massive. And the reason I say that, Michigan was one of the best defenses in the country over like the last 3 years. And their D-line looked so small against Texas's O-line.
Ran through them. Like they wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, in the trenches, it was crazy.
I mean, they didn't go off. Texas only rushed for 143 yards total. But it seemed like they got every run they needed when they needed.
Like that's my point. That's my point. Like whenever Texas needed to make a run or establish the run, they could do it.
Yeah,
it's like well, we're not worried about Michigan. Yeah, they got big runs up there in the Big Ten. I mean, Big Ten. Cool.
Yeah,
let's put our hands in the dirt. We line up again in the trenches. We can go get 5-6 yards. If we want to.
I'd like to see them against Ohio State, but maybe that happens down the road. But I tell you what, Sark really drew up an outstanding offensive game plan because Wink Martindale is one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL. Now he's the DC at Michigan, and he was sending pressure from all over the place. Quinn Ewers stood in there. Michigan got how many sacks today? Well, they got no sacks, even though they were blitzing like crazy because Wink Martindale's a heavy blitz guy. And Quinn Ewers stood in there, threw 3 touchdowns and no picks. Like, he's good. Texas is good. Texas is back. That's a really impressive football team, and I'm anxious to see going forward what they do. I think probably gotta check their schedule. I'm trying to think what's their next big game because I know they got Red River early in October.
Texas or Michigan?
Texas. Yeah, their next big game is going to be Red River because they got UTSA.
Yeah. And then Georgia.
Then they got University of Louisiana Monroe, easy. Mississippi State, easy. Then they get Oklahoma. Then they got Georgia. So that's a tough little back-to-back. Then they get a break with Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas. So Texas could easily go undefeated, man. That's
true.
Their schedule is not crazy.
If they beat Oklahoma and Georgia back-to-back, everybody's on notice. Everybody's in trouble.
Facts.
Everybody will be in trouble.
Yeah, no doubt. And with this loss today, that's what I was going to mention. With this loss today, Michigan has a 23-game home winning streak snapped.
Wow, was it 20? Yeah. That's a lot.
23. Yeah.
I mean, when did they go undefeated the year prior?
Well, it was a 23-game home winning streak.
Home. That's like 3-4 years.
Yeah, that's almost.
You have about 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, that's almost 4 years. Correct. Yep.
Wow.
And they had won 16 straight. They had won 16 games in a row, and obviously now that's over. So, yeah, now it's time to start over, and we'll see what Michigan can do. I
agree, Eagles, brother. Yeah, that's Texas, Georgia, popcorn ready. and grab
Yeah,
it.
it is.
You
I'm
might
not an
need to get
SEC
two
guy, but it's going to
buckets.
be an amazing game. I agree.
Yeah.
I think Texas Oklahoma is going to be better than we think too. Let's see. So Michigan has Arkansas State next. That's a good bounce back game.
Yeah.
Then USC. So depending on where USC is, that game may be tougher than advertised because obviously we know USC, they're going to be able to score. Lincoln Riley is Lincoln Riley.
That's
Minnesota, Washington, Illinois, Mississippi State, Oregon. They get Oregon at the beginning of November. This is a manageable schedule for the Wolverines. They may end this season with 2 or 3 losses, but it's a manageable schedule. So we'll see.
Yeah, because I mean, Oregon and Michigan. I mean, Oregon and Ohio State. Them are going to be your tough ones. And Michigan State. I mean, it's always a tough game for them. You know, battling Michigan State.
I don't believe in Sparty yet. Remember, they just got a brand new head coach this year. So, what's his name?
Stewart.
Yep, is that his name?
Stewart.
From Oregon State.
Yep.
So, yep. All right. So let's do it, man. We just got a couple of quick hits because obviously college football and what time is it? Okay, we got it just about 2 minutes. Yeah, we got about 2 minutes, and then we get this Colorado and Colorado and Nebraska game. So listen, don't leave us to go watch that, man. put that on your TV or whatever you got to put it on. Don't leave
put us on your phone.
Yeah, that's it. Do something. we stay here and kick it with us through the duration of the show. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And let's go with week 1. So every week now we're gonna do NFL pick'ems. We're not spreads. This isn't for gambling. This is none of that. This is just for fun for us to go ahead at the end of the season and see who came out on top. You gonna record this stuff, Transformer?
I already got my pick'em film sheets, fillable sheets. There you go.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Why you ain't send me that?
I literally just got it.
Okay.
Like I said, I was so busy watching the Notre Dame game. I was like,
true.
oh crap, man! I didn't even get the pick'em sheets, but yeah, I got them right here.
Yep, you got it digital or hard copy?
Digital.
All right, yeah.
On my computer right here.
Cool. You can fill one out for me and send it to me when you're done.
I'm already on it, brother.
I appreciate that.
If you can see my screen, I got Bryce week 1, Bruce week 1, but I'm already ready to click, bro.
That's what's up. All right, let's get it. So I'll let you start then, and then I'll go after you. Pause. So yeah, let's do it.
Man down, no Diddy.
Can we get the no Diddy shirts, man down? Man down sports. We need.
You know what? We didn't do him we did him a disservice, right? We did him a disservice.
Oh, here
it's on his sale page. It's on his page, so it's for sale on his page. So
yeah.
If you guys go and look at Man
okay.
Down Sports Podcast, he has on a no Diddy shirt. Some of the time, I'm not sure if he wears it all the time now, but it's on sale on his page. So shout out Man Down Sports, the no Diddy shirt. Gonna have to cop it. All right.
Okay. Bet.
So here we go.
Wait, real quick before we start.
Go ahead.
Kyrie, now you pop up, right? Now you pop up. See, this is what I don't like, man. People always pop up when times is hard. You know what I'm saying?
My Laker is in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Man, get out of here with that, man.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get to it, man.
Shout out Kyrie.
You start off with your picker, man.
All right, so I'll do the first half. You do the second half. Pause. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna start off with all the 1 o'clocks. All right, so all the 1 o'clocks. We're gonna start off with Pittsburgh and Atlanta. Who's Pittsburgh quarterback?
That's the question.
Exactly, Atlanta. All right.
I still go with Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh's defense is crazy, and if freaking what's my man's name? Kirk Cousins. If they come after him, is he going to be able to move to escape the pass rush? I don't think so.
And Atlanta defense is bulking up. So if you don't have a quarterback, what are you doing? Period.
I mean, I would rather it have been Justin Fields anyway. So yeah. So if he has to play, his mobility and ability to make plays, outside of structure, I think can cause a disciplined defense like what Raheem Moore is going to coach. He could cause them a lot of difficulty with that. That's my opinion.
So you're saying in week 1, Justin Fields only been on the team for about a month? Has been
he's been on the team the same amount of time as Russell Wilson has.
So
right,
and he's not a veteran quarterback. So with a veteran quarterback, you can come into the game. I mean, you can come on the team, and in 30 days, you can get a good idea of this is how they're trying to run the schemes, or maybe even mid game, you're like, I get it. I get what we're trying to do. I can make an adjustment. I can do that. Like we don't know that about Justin Fields. We've never seen him make an adjustment. He's not a veteran.
And we'll get to it in the next topic. But what What makes us believe that Russell Wilson is still capable of being that guy? And we'll get to that in the next topic.
Oh,
but
I mean,
I don't have
Russell's
any
not
more
playing.
belief in him than.
I'm talking specifically for this game, right?
Okay.
Justin Fields is going to be on the field. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, there's nothing to say to show that Russell Wilson can change his game from what we've seen over the last about 3 years. Last year in Denver. Hey, no, he's spent 2 years in Denver, didn't he? Was it 2 years?
Yes, 2 years in Denver.
So 2 years in Denver, and his last year in Seattle just really wasn't good at all, right? I mean, he was decent last year, but just not what we're typically seeing of Russell Wilson. But that's not the topic, right? My point is that,
and we'll get to that definitely.
Yeah, my point is for Atlanta's game, you're in Atlanta, so not only you're in Atlanta, you're in the dome. Kirk Cousins has already been there, right? Already, got himself familiar with the team and everything, with the weapons that they got, with what they're boasted up on defense. You're expecting now Justin Fields, who just inherited this role probably yesterday, saying like, "Oh man, you're the starter. You're going to be our guy. You're going to be our number one guy." And he's like, "Oh crap."
Well, he's been getting the bulk of first team reps through camp anyway, so it's not like he's unfamiliar with being in that. And it's also not like he's a rookie or a guy who's not accustomed to starting. And let's look at this, right? If he starts, which is looking more and more likely, he's in Atlanta.
I think it's official.
Where there you go. He's in Atlanta, where he's from. He's going to be hyped to play that game. Family and friends there. Now, obviously, they can't play the game for you, but I think there's a lot of things, what do you call it? There's a lot of small things that are, that may weigh in his favor. And again, I just look at that Pittsburgh defense, and I believe they're going to be too much for Atlanta.
Okay. I mean, so you got Pittsburgh?
I do.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
I do.
All right, we'll go with Pittsburgh.
Yes, sir.
Well, you would go with Pittsburgh. I got Atlanta.
I will.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, game 2. Buffalo, Arizona.
Go ahead. Who you got?
I thought about this one, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Part of me, I need to see Josh Allen without his. I mean, he legit has new receivers, new guys, and he has a rookie. But I like Keon Coleman. That's my Florida. That's my Seminole right. So I think he can definitely get it done. Arizona, okay. Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr. Who else?
Confidence in the defense. Can they run the football?
James Conner. I'm not too thrilled about hearing that name, and especially in Buffalo. I mean, granted, the cold isn't really not a factor as at this point. We're in the beginning of September. I'm gonna ride with Buffalo on this one. I think Josh Allen can get it done with what he has. Kyler Murray just getting back. He hasn't really played a game since the beginning of last year. So I think a little bit of rust on the road is just not what you want as a mixture. I think Josh Allen, being at home, having a chip on his shoulder that people are really on him about getting it done without Stephon Diggs and not Keon Coleman, Davis, Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis from UCF. Yep.
You lose 2 weapons, but you still got Dalton Kincaid. You still have a very good tight end. I believe they have another tight end as well. I think they have two decent tight. Well, Kincaid is a good tight end, but I think they got a decent backup at tight end or number 2. I think so too. You have a star in Keon Coleman. I really think he's going to be a very, very great receiver. If he doesn't get 1,000 yards, I'll honestly be shocked in that type of offense with Josh Allen and the way he can move the ball. So I honestly be shocked.
And James Cook, they're going to make a concerted effort to run the thing now.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, you got James Cook, Dalvin Cook's brother. So, I think Buffalo can definitely get that done early at 1 o'clock against Arizona. What you got?
Buffalo. I think you said everything that I would have said. What's up, Tyler? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Tyler, what's good, brother? Buffalo. All right. Week 3. Tennessee at Chicago.
I got Chicago, man. I got Chicago. I think Caleb is just walking into a really good situation. And as well, there we go, Nebraska. I think Caleb is walking into a really good situation with solid weapons, an improved, not great, but improved O-line, a defense that was playing really well to end the year last season. If he can kind of stay within himself and not try to do all the Superman hero stuff he did at USC, he should be just fine. So I got Chicago.
Chicago. Okay.
Mhm.
I hate talking about anything Bears related.
I
I got
hear
Chicago,
you.
man. I got Chicago. Yeah, I think it's a lot of hype with Kyler Murray, Caleb Williams. You legit have a silver platter with the amount of weapons that they put around you. I couldn't think of a better offseason for any rookie ever to just walk into at a number one pick. Let me correct myself. I've never seen a better situation for anybody to walk into at the number one pick at the quarterback position. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, they really have done a lot to try and grease the skids and make it easy for them. There we go. Okay, black shirts defense. Shadur already got sacked.
I'm
My
over here
bad.
looking at the comments. I'm like, what happened? Tyler only said, "Gentlemen, you happy?"
My bad. Yeah, I'm over here looking at. I got the game on the other screen. Okay,
All right,
let
so
me just take a quick second. Let me interrupt this, man. Let me just
Go
give
ahead.
a shout out to my daughter. What's up, Tamiko? I love you. She just texted me to tell me her Rattlers are getting whooped by the Canes
Miami?
right now. Yeah. So
Hey,
me
baby
and I are
girl.
going. We are in pain together tonight.
Oh man, I've been in pain.
Yeah. All right, where were we? We were at.
We were in Chicago, Tennessee.
So I think we both got Chicago, right?
Yeah, we both got Chicago. We both got Chicago. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like all the hype. Like you really got to come out and show out, especially if seeing that Green Bay lost game one. Right, we're going to be without our quarterback for the first next 4 or 5 weeks possibly. This is your time. Like honestly, if you want to make a statement or a run for NFC North, you're going to have to win that game. You need to win that game against a Tennessee team who's now picked their quarterback. You know what I mean? Trying to get into the rhythm of things. I think they do have. They got DeAndre Hopkins. They do expect him to play. And don't they got Calvin Ridley? They got Calvin Ridley.
They sure do.
So he has a couple of weapons. I'm not too
And
thrilled with the run game with Tony Pollard.
They got Tyler Boyd from Cincinnati too. Like they've got some weapons on the outside. Yeah, it's just a matter of can Mayonnaise King freaking Will Levis, can he stand in there and get it done and make the throws? We'll see.
Yeah, I think we both agree with Chicago on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Week 4, game 4, New England, Cincinnati. How quick can we pick that one?
Cincinnati.
I couldn't even kick the button fast enough. That's how quick that is. I got nothing to say about New England.
Not really.
They're literally gunning for the number one pick. They're honestly maybe one of the worst teams in the league. Maybe 3-win team, 3-5.
Question is, what do you do with that number one pick though? You just drafted Drake May. Do you take yours? Do you take Shadur Sanders? What do you do?
At this point, I don't think you think Shadur Sanders, that's a market for him to be in.
I was about to say his pops might not even let him go there anyway.
So at that point, you trade the pick.
Fair enough.
You trade the pick. Get abundance of picks. At that point, I mean, that's the Bill Belichick way. So I got the number one pick. I got me a quarterback. Bump it. I'm about to get a boatload of picks for trading this one.
Right.
Also.
Right.
I think that's a simple one right there. Game 5, Houston, Indianapolis.
That's a good game, but Houston. I think that's a better game than we think, but I think Houston is going to do well. I'm very bullish on CJ Stroud. I think he's that guy. You got him a true number one. Yeah. He and Nico Collins also have a rapport this year. They can run the football, and the defense is going to be improved under D'Amico. So yeah, I think yeah.
I agree with you, man. CJ Stroud. I mean, yes, it's going to be a sophomore season. We may see a sophomore slump. We may not. But I think when you're going against Anthony Richardson, who's yet to establish himself and literally just coming off an injury from his rookie season, I mean, you have a great opportunity to come in there and just shut that one out early. Because I mean, if you go up early against them, then you take Jonathan Taylor out of the game. Now you're really relying on Anthony Richardson.
I was about to say, if Indianapolis is smart and they can get it going and the O-line is working, then you've got to miss tackle in the backfield. You got to get Jonathan Taylor to rock like 20, 30 times in that game to try and keep CJ Stroud and that offense off the field. But I don't think they'll be able to do that.
No, very, very true. Very, very true. All right. We game 6, Jacksonville, Miami. Is it my turn?
This game's closer than people think. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Is it my turn?
I don't even know. Go ahead, man.
All right. I'm gonna go with Miami, man. I need to see something from Jacksonville. I think Miami, they have everything in place already, right? You just beat up Jalen Ramsey, so you got your best corner happy. You got the fastest man in football history.
Mhm.
I mean, what more do you want? You know,
You got
you in
two
Miami.
speedsters, right? Waddle on the other
Jalen
side, he
Waddle.
blazing
Yeah,
fast too.
true.
H-Chan in the backfield,
H-Chan, yeah.
blazing fast. You got a
Correct.
lot.
So, yeah, I think you got a lot of weapons. Last year, Jacksonville can't establish a run, and I didn't see much besides them changing their center out to even address that situation. And if you got Tua, two of the fastest receivers, and A-Chain, I think it could be a blowout.
And you don't just have Tua, you have a happy Tua who's been paid.
Oh yeah, he got his bread. Oh,
yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I also think Jacksonville has done all they could to surround Trevor Lawrence with talent, but I also don't really believe in him that much. He's not a bum, but I don't think he's as good as people think. But they are going to be okay. That's a good football team. I think that schematically, Miami poses problems for most people. And especially while, it's still warm, it hasn't gotten cold yet. So that's obviously an issue for them. But I think Miami wins this game. They'd probably be close, but I think they win this game.
I agree. All right. Carolina, New Orleans. How quick you want to pick that one?
New Orleans, not super confident, but I don't think Carolina is good.
I didn't see Carolina do anything for me to believe they could.
Yeah.
To me, Carolina and New England, they're in the running.
I think they picked up a wide receiver this offseason. Can't remember. But
Carolina?
Yes, Carolina.
I mean, you name me the receiver.
Yeah, I'm about to go check right now. I can't do it off the top of my head, but I'm about to check right now. Let's see. Wide receiver, Deontay Johnson, Xavier Leggett. They drafted Leggett out of South Carolina. Jonathan Mingo, David Moore. Adam Thielen went there last year. Oh, wow.
Deontay
Felipe
Johnson?
Franks is a tight end now? Oh, my gosh. Anyway,
I think Tyler said Deontay Johnson.
I thought he was there last year.
Was he still in Pittsburgh? I thought he was still in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it is Deontay Johnson. There you go.
Okay, yeah. I'm about to say he was still in Pittsburgh. Man, first of all, let me take a moment. Shout out Taylor. I almost said Deontay Johnson. Shout out Tyler, man. Tyler really be on it, man. We asked a question. He's on it, man. That's our research guru in the chat. All right.
Facts.
Research guru in the chat. All right. This next one.
Don't worry about Tyler about to be a member of the team.
Yeah, he about to be a member of the team, man. We're gonna have you in the background. Pause. Definitely on the research. Said background. So I mean, I threw a pause in there just in case. This next one kind of stumbled me a little bit. I'm not thrilled on either team. This Minnesota, New York. I want to say New York because honestly, Minnesota, what you got at quarterback? I don't know. I mean, JJ McCarthy. I've never seen him do anything.
JJ McCarthy's not playing this year. It's Sam Darnold. So yeah.
Sam Darnold. Yeah, he's injured.
Yeah,
he's injured. That's correct. Yeah.
No, McCarthy is injured. He injured his knee. He had surgery, and he's likely not going to play this year. So it's Sam Darnold, and I have no belief whatsoever in Sam Darnold.
That makes it worse, man. So I think
I'm with the Giants.
I think the Giants can sneak that one out of there, man. All right, Chargers, Vegas.
Chargers
in Atlanta. In LA.
I got the Chargers.
I got the Chargers too. I mean,
I just believe in what Jim
Harbaugh is breaking out. Yeah,
man. I believe in the way he builds teams and the way his teams play. They got difference makers on defense on a couple of different levels. Obviously, in the pass rush and on the back end. They got difference makers on defense, and then they're going to be ultra physical in the trenches. And he got Greg Roman back as his OC, so he's going to run the type of offense he wants to run. He's got the quarterback that he likes, and he's got the defensive coordinator. He brought him with him from Michigan, and previously he was in Baltimore with the Ravens, Jesse Minter. So I think everything is in place. It's just a matter of getting it rolling. But I definitely got the Chargers.
Okay. I agree with you, man.
Raiders have no quarterback play. Their quarterbacks are Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. It's just a tough spot.
Truly. And right now you have my boy over there who's just a sad puppy in Devontae Adams, and I really want him to come home. I really want him to come back home. Just come back home. Just go ahead and come back home. It can't get no worse. even with Malik Willis for 4 to 5 weeks.
Well, I think he pushed.
We can find a way to do something.
I think Devontae pushed back on the rumor that he's unhappy with the Raiders. I guess he wants to be a good soldier, but he pushed back on that. So
if we can read a lie, we can see a lie. That's a lie.
I suppose so.
He's unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point, the only reason why he may be, I mean, and not even this would be a reason because he's turning 32 next year, is that they go and get Shadir Sanders or something like that. They get the number 1 pick. I mean, other than that, he has no reason to be happy. But I agree with you. Chargers, like I said, John Harbaugh breaking out game. You can't lose to Vegas. I mean, in game 1, I just don't think that.
Tyler, you're right. Pierce has the Raiders believing. I think they just don't have enough, man. That's the bigger problem. They don't have enough. And to your previous comment, yes, Nebraska looks good early, but we also know that Colorado can't stop the run and their offensive line is porous. So we'll see. Again, man, they get that laser light show going offensively with Shadur and the rest of those guys. Yeah. Who knows? But all right, let's get back to this because
yes, sir.
College football is making me sad today. Anyway,
that's why I'm trying to keep them ticking, brother. Denver at Seattle.
I got Seattle. I think that's going to be an improved defense. They still have some talent there, and Denver. I don't like. Everybody's high on Bo Nix, and he looked great in the preseason when he wasn't seeing anything. Now he's going to see the real deal, and we'll see what it turns out to be.
What's the status of Geno Smith?
Oh wow! I'm sorry, Colorado almost returned the kick just now.
Oh, okay.
They almost returned the kickoff. Geno Smith. I don't know what his status is. Let me see.
Because if
I know he had gotten injured in preseason.
I got Denver. If he's not playing.
Yeah.
Tyler, where you at?
Let me see. Geno Smith injury status. Let's see what we got.
Is Geno Smith healthy enough to play a solid game?
Missed several practices due to knee and hip injuries. Expected to return to practice soon.
My man Tyler, quicker than you, Bruce.
There we go. All right.
Hey, as soon as he's like, Geno good.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, he got back to practice. Yeah. So I got Seattle though.
Okay, I'll stick with Seattle too. If Geno didn't play, then I definitely would have had Denver. I think you got no film on what Bo Nix is doing. I think he could be excited for. There's a target on Sean Payton's back.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to do something to get it done. But like I said, I mean, if Geno's playing, then I got belief that Seattle, especially in their corner, they have two of the best corners in the league, in my opinion. Their secondary is pretty solid. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I agree with Seattle. Next game, Dallas at Cleveland.
You know what? Unpopular. I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Oh, you're gonna go with Cleveland?
Man, I believe in defense and running game, man. That stuff is. I'm old school in a lot of ways, and I believe that is the best way to win. Yeah, G, you're 100% right. Colorado O-line is trash because those black shirts are coming through. Yeah, they're coming through. They already sacked Shadur twice. But yeah, where were we? Yes, Dallas and Cleveland. I got Cleveland. I think that defense is crazy. And we'll see if Nick Chubb is back, but it appears he's back. Was he squatting 540 the other day? 1 year off.
I don't think he's still on. He got 4 weeks.
Okay, so he's not ready to play yet. Okay.
He's on IR. Yeah.
Okay, so he's still working his way back. All right.
I picked him up in my fantasy. I forget his name.
Also, I think Deshaun Watson. Well, I was about to say he's probably playing for his future, but not really since his contract is fully guaranteed. And I think he got like the $44 million for this season up front. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But I still think that as a competitor, he probably wants to get back to the level that he once was at. But yeah. I don't believe in Dallas at all. So I got Cleveland in this game. Tyler, I don't know if Cleveland smacks them, but I am picking Cleveland.
I have Dallas.
Do you?
I got Dallas.
Why do you got Dallas?
I'm not confident in it like I want to be because for a multitude of reasons. You don't have a run game. You know what I mean? But we it's a lot of pressure on Dak Prescott and what's the coach's name? Mike McCarthy. to really make up for that 41-16 fourth quarter beatdown that you got by Green Bay last year.
Okay.
You literally need to come in week 1 and make a statement. And I think this is one of those statement type of games. Yes, Cleveland has a defense, but we haven't seen nothing from Deshaun to literally be like, okay, well, they're good at quarterback. Like what we saw from last year was Joe Flacco. We saw Joe Flacco do all that.
True.
So I haven't seen enough. And then, you don't have Nick Chubb. So you're going into the season without Nick Chubb. We're unsure of Deshaun Watson. I'm just not as confident and that they can win it. I would need to see week 1 first to see how Deshaun Watson looks. But I got an idea of what Dak Prescott looks like. I got an idea of what the receivers look like. I got an idea of what the defense looks like. They're a great regular season team. I believe they're two or three seasons where they got 13 dubs. So I mean,
three straight 12 win seasons. Yeah,
12 win seasons. So I mean, they shown that they can get it done in the season, in the regular season at that. But it's just the playoffs where they're a little bit stifled at. But I got Dallas, man. I got Dallas going into Cleveland and getting the dub, man.
I mean, that's cool. I can't see it, man.
I'm not confident.
I could be wrong, but I think, man, that defense is real.
Yeah,
that Cleveland thing, they're hungry, man.
Okay, we got Washington going to Tampa.
I got Tampa Bay.
I agree.
They didn't lose anything.
No. I mean, and other than that, I mean,
and you got a rookie quarterback.
You're starting a rookie. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Right.
You just took it. You just took it. So I mean, you got a rookie. I need to see what it looks like. You just took. Yeah, that is a pause. Good one.
Definitely need the shirt, man.
I'm gonna keep rolling with that one. We got the Rams at Detroit.
That's such a good game. That's such a good game. It's gonna
be a great game.
So evenly matched, but I'm gonna go with Detroit. Close. I think coming off of that loss, NFC Championship game, I mean, of course, both of them really want to be successful. I don't know. Something is just telling me Detroit. I think they've got so much all over the field. They can run it. They can throw it. They got a very good quarterback. They got an elite offensive line. They can rush the passer. Like, they got a lot, man.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, the Rams got a lot too. The Rams can everything I said about Detroit, you could say about the Rams, right?
But the Rams just lost a big key hog on that defensive line.
That's true, but they got your guy Jared Verse, and I think they got another guy too. Like,
they lost Ernest
granted,
Jones.
it's gonna take 2 or 3 guys to replace Aaron Donald, but they have been doing the job over like the last couple of years trying to rebuild the defensive line for when he steps away, because they knew it was coming.
And is Cooper Kupp fully healthy? Is he 100%?
I believe so.
Okay. And you got Puka Akua. You got Kyren
Williams.
Kyren Williams. There you go.
Kyren the Siren. Just think about it that way.
Kyren the Siren. You gave him a nickname?
I didn't give him that nickname. They gave.
Oh, that's his nickname? Okay, boy.
The people gave him the nickname. I didn't do that.
So you love your Irish players way too much to be giving them nicknames.
He was second team All Pro last year.
Okay. I mean, I know what Kyren Williams is. I just couldn't pronounce his name, and you gave him a nickname on top of that. No,
it wasn't
Siren. I couldn't.
I got you.
A little weird. But who you got? You didn't pick who you got.
Oh, Detroit.
You got Detroit?
Close. Yeah.
I like Detroit. I do like Detroit. I believe in I'm a rival. I believe in a coach. I believe in a coach, man. I mean, them folks believe in him, bro. I mean, and I think once you have that, and you have young talent at pretty much every level, I mean, those guys are hungry, man. I mean, they just saw that they lost. They lost to San Fran last year in a tight-knit game, and I think that they're just coming out and they just wanting to prove who they are. Yes, the Rams got something to prove, but at the same time, I mean, Stafford got his championship. He got his Super Bowl. What I mean? He doesn't. I mean, he's getting older, so he's like, I mean, what do I got to prove out here? I ain't got nothing to prove. Cup got a championship. We got a Super Bowl. We just lost one of the best, probably top 3 defensive linemen to ever play the game.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? And Aaron Donald. So I mean, you're like, well, we just took a huge blow on defense. Now we got to worry about me keeping up. Scoring 25, 30 something points a game. I mean, granted, I got the weapons to do so. But, bro, I won my championship. So I think that plays a lot into it. So I got Detroit on that one.
There you
Grand
go.
finale. Monday night game.
Yes.
A part of my part bias. New York
I
Jets,
see
San
where this is
Francisco.
going. I see where this is going.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Boy,
It's a really good matchup.
I like this matchup. My Green Bay bias is pulling me towards the Jets. I think
it's not bad because Saleh knows that offense extremely well, and he knows what Shanahan wants to do, and he has a defense, and all he needs is
competent quarterback play.
Competent quarterback play. He doesn't need elite quarterback play. He needs competent quarterback play. I agree.
And this is why I believe in the Jets a lot this year. I've seen Aaron Rodgers for 13 years, right? 13 years, literally just be dominant at the quarterback position. 4 MVPs, a Super Bowl appearance. I've seen him at the top of his game, and I've also seen him in one of his worst seasons. One of his worst seasons was him having 26 touchdowns and like 5 interceptions or something like that.
Right.
That was his worst season. That will be a Hall of Fame season for what's his face? Zach Wilson. That's a Hall of Fame season for him. And I think if you can give that to the Jets, then you're talking Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean you're in a fight for Super Bowl with that defense, with the weapons that they got on the offensive side of the ball. And I think this is Aaron Rodgers finally being like, all right, I can really now go toe-to-toe with San Fran. This is my moment. I need to beat them because they've beaten my behind for years when it mattered the most. So I'm gonna go with the Jets, man. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
I just think the biggest problem there is you're talking 39, 40 years old coming off an Achilles, man. Achilles is a beast. And I think that we are so spoiled by Tom Brady and what he's been able to do, and by extension LeBron James and what he's been able to do in basketball, that we think that it's normal for these old guys.
That's different. I would say that's different because LeBron has never experienced a career-defining injury, right? Like, I mean, what's the worst that we've seen LeBron? A groin strain?
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, relatively, Skip Bayless used to say this all the time. He's literally been the Iron Man of basketball. The man he's not sustained a brutal injury to be playing. I mean, it's not me being a fan.
No. I wasn't even taking it there. I was just annoyed.
21 years and you don't have one brutal injury?
Well, no, I get that part, but I'm annoyed. Like people say, and I'm not going to let LeBron, hijack this segment, but LeBron is the Iron Man of basketball, as if these two guys named Stockton and Malone weren't there. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on, man.
I'm not talking about period. I'm talking about now. Like, what we see.
Oh, okay, now. Okay.
Yeah, like what we see. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We're talking about, 21 years in NBA and playing at the level that he's playing.
Okay, I get it.
You've never had a freaking a torn ACL or a sprained. And watch me. I'm probably speaking bad juju on my Lakers right now, but like we've never seen it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of different in my opinion. But I think you don't need Aaron Rodgers to be the scrambler, right? Like we've seen him take that button hook and turn around and scramble out of the pocket. I think you don't need that type of Aaron Rodgers.
But remember, you talked about it the other night. I don't know if it's last night or the night before. Just that whole thing of, as a quarterback, around your feet is always messy. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So there's the mental part of it there. Like, you're coming off an Achilles, you're going to have concern that somebody rolls up on you, or that, you're not going to, I'm not going to say he's not going to be able to, but I think it's going to be hard, especially his first game back, to kind of, what up, Sneed, to just kind of put all that to the side and play confidently coming off such a major injury, especially at that age. That's what I think.
Okay. So you got San Fran?
I do. As I would love to see my guy, Robert Saleh, win this game. I would. But I got San Francisco.
Easy day. And there goes our week 1 pick'em.
There we go.
Let's
see how it comes out.
Bruce. Oh, there we go. Got you. All right. I wish he was on here, but I'd love to hear his take, man. I wonder if he had the Ravens winning.
Say again? You're
a Raven fan. Never mind. Proceed. What's next?
Are you talking
Segment
crazy?
Segment two.
All right, let's do this before we get to segment 2. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. Let us know, go ahead, call in with your thoughts on our pick'em. Let us know if there's anything that you think is kind of egregious in terms of, Colorado just scored. Oh, no, Nebraska just scored. I'm bugging. Okay, here we go. That's right. But yeah, let us know if there's anything you think is egregious in any of the picks that we made. Let us know where you think I might or Transformer might be off, and give us thoughts on, maybe some of the big games of week 1 and your thoughts on them. That's 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264.
I'm just excited to be able to do an NFL pick'em.
Facts,
man. Like, really?
Yeah. Nah, it's
Really?
so good to have football back, man. I'm sitting here talking to you, and like, I'm watching this Nebraska game, and I tell you what, Nebraska's up 14-0 already.
Yep.
They may try to run it up on them. I know I would. I would try to run it up on them. Oh man,
that's exactly why I did not put any money on that game. But then Notre Dame kind of screwed me over.
Shedeur just threw a pick 6. That's what it was. Wow. Okay, that is unusual. Oh yeah, they read him. Gotcha. Wow. Okay.
That's because you get all notifications and you watch the game. I didn't get not one notification.
I don't. Oh yeah, no, I'm getting notifications from ESPN. But yeah, I got the game on because I got YouTube TV. All right, and here's Tyler. Tyler, what's good, my man?
Gentlemen, happy college football Saturday.
Happy college football Saturday.
Mine is not too happy, but it is what it is. What's going on, man?
Are you a loss?
How much of a difference is this than watching the NFL? I mean, this is a good product right here. You got kickoffs, you got playable fields, you got
right.
The offensive line can line up and do their job. This is a good product. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I got 4 screens up right now. I got Alabama on one, Nebraska. I got Tennessee on one, and the other one's on commercial. I couldn't tell you what it is, but I'm shocked at how flat. I'm shocked at how flat Colorado is coming out. You would think they'd come into enemy territory and show a little grit. Maybe have a game plan for.
I think you gotta be physical to show grit, and I just don't think Colorado's physical enough. That's the problem.
Your trenches got to be physical. Yeah, in your trenches, you got to be physical. They don't have the physicality in the trenches.
Yeah, my local high school. I hosted an exchange student from the Netherlands last year as a senior in high school.
Cool.
And she was very friendly with the punter of the school. It happened to be Sam Cook's son. Who now goes to Nebraska. So Matt Rule was at one of the games here, and the way that the local team was playing DeMatha, probably more here for the DeMatha boys than a punter.
Okay.
But the way that coaches and everybody just kind of showed so much respect to Matt Rule, I can only imagine that's just the vibe he brings, and I think he might have Nebraska back here. I don't want to speak too soon just because they're beating a couple.
Their schedule is manageable. So you're right. Their schedule is manageable. And if we're honest, this is what I tell my other homeboy all the time. If we're honest, Matt Rule is a very good program builder in college.
Yeah.
College. I always make that clear. In college, he's very good at that. That's what he does.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Possibly one of the worst NFL coaches we've seen in recent memory.
Absolutely. Yeah, keep that separate, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible NFL coach.
Oh my goodness, Shedeur is going to get this young man killed.
Yeah. He can't get anything
he's looking
going.
very rattled. If I'm Dion, I start running the ball a little bit here.
But he can't.
They don't have a run game.
No, I know it's just you got to design something, an option, run a little speed option or something. I mean, something. They are just putting hands in Shedeur's face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're getting to him quick.
Bud Crawford on the sideline. You see that? My bad.
Yeah.
You might be ahead of me.
North Dakota State was really getting to him. And I thought for sure, they'd make some adjustments, some week 1 stuff, get out of the way. Man, Nebraska's feasting right now. It looks pretty much like how the Alabama game's going. Alabama is getting dominated in the trenches.
Really? By who?
I think it's like 7-3 over there. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
USF held 3-0 lead for the longest time.
Okay.
Alabama finally scored. USF's probably going to score again before half, but
I need that.
What parity where we are seeing in college football this week?
Yeah.
How special? I mean, with the way the transfer portal on NIL works and everything like that. I mean, you have Michigan State beat Maryland at the gun, and Michigan State. You know, there's 75 players in a college football program. 61 are brand spanking new, putting on the Spartans jersey for the first time.
That's crazy. 61.
61 out of 75.
Wow.
Insane.
This transfer portal is nuts.
It's crazy.
It's
really redefining what we see here, and it's making so much parity. Early in the year, you have no idea what to expect out of these guys. No idea.
Right.
As far as the NFL goes, you know, like I said, I'm really excited to see the Ravens secondary coach go get his DC job, Wilson, out in Chicago. I think he's going to heat up Caleb Williams. I think he's going to heat up, Caleb Williams. Show him a lot. DC job in Tennessee. I think he's going to show Caleb Williams a lot of stuff. I think this is going to be lower scoring than people think. Will Levis is not really efficient. You know, he can make a play, but he's not really efficient. And I think Caleb Williams is going to impress a lot of people, but
I think he needs to stop trying to make the superstar play. But it's it's in him.
Yeah, the stuff he was doing in the preseason and the stuff he was doing in Alabama, that's cute. When you get full speed NFL defense, Tennessee's defense is not to be played with anyway.
Right.
They're a pretty decent defense, maybe top 15 in the league, top half of the league. You know, I think it's a very hard first game for Caleb Williams. Luckily for him, the other side of the field, not so hot either. So I think the Bears pull it out. The only thing I disagree with you guys on, I think week 1 is mostly chalk, right? Because we don't really know what to go off of.
That's true.
You know, you look at the spread, you try and read a little bit into each team. You know, you can only take so much from preseason, so it's going to be chalk. But I think the one I think is going to go the other way is Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is going to be a lot better than people think this year. Their defense is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
So you agree with Bruce on that one? I'm the only one that had Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, I'm really low. Oh, Shiloh's hurt. I'm really low on the NFC South. I think
that's one of the worst divisions in the game. I think Tampa's going to win that division, but it's a bad division.
Tampa's
I think
all they got. Yeah, Tampa's all they got. I think Atlanta. You know, Kirk Cousins is out. As far as I know, I think he's hurt
already.
Is he out?
I think he's hurt. Yeah, I think he's hurt.
No.
What?
I
didn't see that.
I mean, that's better for Penix. I think Penix is really, really good. Really good.
Yeah.
And
that's the word.
I thought he was the best quarterback of this freaking of this draft. A lot of people disagree with me, but I think he is. And I think on the long term, he will be. Like, Caleb makes more wow plays, but nah, man, Penix is that dude.
It doesn't say anything about.
He took his team, you know, to the promised land. Caleb, I mean, they went didn't they go 7-5 or something like that? I think 8-5.
Yep, 7-5. Yep.
You know, and that USC team is very good. I mean, as you're seeing now, USC is very good. The way that they played, you know, in week 1 with LSU, they looked outstanding. So just to think, you know, oh man, missed them. Just to think the way that
he plays.
Penix took that team there, and really the only guy he had was what's the name that got drafted to Chicago?
Oh, Dunze? No, I think he had a really good wide receiving core, and he had a 1,200-yard rusher. I can't remember the guy's name. Dylan something. Whoa. Oh, yeah.
You're ahead of me, bro. Calm down. You're ahead of me.
My
Jesus, you're ahead of me.
So I'm trying to keep it in.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I was super impressed with Penix. You know, Washington has had some really good teams over the years, and some really good, some really effective quarterbacks. But I think he was next level. You know, I really think he's built for the league.
I think so too.
Unlike you know, Trevor Lawrence, who was built for college. You know, put Trevor Lawrence in the league, he can't throw a slant to save his life. You know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence was used to, a lot of rubber routes and a lot of, putting the ball down the field. You can't really work the ball down the field in the NFL in these days. Look at the first two games. Well, look at the Ravens Chiefs. I think neither quarterback threw a ball 20 yards down the field until the end of the game. Jalen Hurts, this Eagles offense is maybe an exception. They are the deep threat team in the league.
Yeah, they look good.
But I'm happy with college football. I think as far as the product goes, as far as consuming it and being able to watch a bunch of stuff at once. It's a quick game. It's not a flag on every play. I don't really think I've seen 2 or 3 flags today watching 8 games. As a flag.
I saw some horrible calls at the end of some games, though. Horrible calls.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have that.
I thought maybe a couple blown calls in the Notre Dame game. Not trying to, make anybody feel any better, but some blown calls both ways in that game.
Well, let me tell you. You can't. I won't feel any better about that because that game should have been nowhere near that close anyway. So,
true.
I'm not even gonna say anything about any missed calls or anything. Notre Dame should have won that by 3 touchdowns.
No doubt. No doubt. It might be time to get into the Big Ten.
No,
you get into the Big Ten, and you have a shot at redemption with a conference championship.
I mean, they're still going to make the playoff. They're just not going to have the seed that they wanted with that opening home game. I think but it is what it is. We can talk about that another time.
Yeah.
You got anything else for me, man?
No, man. I mean, great stuff. Y'all are putting in the hours here. Ever since G turned me on to y'all, I've been kind of getting into it too. So
I appreciate that, man.
Talk ball.
Absolutely.
It's fun to talk ball. It feels like we're at a Buffalo Wild Wings and we're all just talking ball.
And you know what? That's how when you get that's a beautiful compliment. I appreciate it because that lets you know that people listening and watching, they're comfortable with you, and you create that kind of environment where we can just kick back and do that. And that's what we like to do, just kick back and talk sports. We all like to do that, but we're just doing it from in an environment that allows more people to hear what we have to say. So
yeah, and it's a diverse group of people that are tuning in. I mean, you got people all different types of fan bases, not just Baltimore, not just
that's right.
Some of the bigger bases. You got people all over the place. Packers fans, Cowboys fans, the whole game. So it's fun. It's fun. There's gonna be a lot of shit talk come mid-season when some real stuff shakes out. But I think the viewership should pick up too.
Yeah.
Made me look.
Yeah, nah, my son dropped something. I hope that wasn't my computer. I'm gonna be pissed if it was. Yeah. All right, Tyler. Well, we are gonna go ahead then, and thanks for the call, man. We're gonna move on to the next topic and stick around. We got good stuff all the way down.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's our main man, Tyler. Always with the good calls, always with the good comments. We appreciate him. Tyler is great.
With the clutch comments.
You will be seeing more and more of Tyler. Trust me on that. All right. Next topic.
Right there.
Let's go ahead and move on to something I wanted to talk about. We've been bringing up the Steelers and their quarterback situation. And it's interesting that we do that because you can see by the thumbnail, there's a big question looming over Russell Wilson, right? Russell Wilson, obviously 2-time Super Bowl participant, 1-time Super Bowl champion. But since he left Seattle, it hasn't quite been the same, right? As a member of the Seahawks, he's a 9-time Pro Bowler. And when he left there, people were pretty much locked in on the fact that he was a guaranteed Hall of Famer. But as Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. Since he's left there, he has not been the same guy. Part of that is, age and time in the league, deteriorating physical abilities. One of the best things about Russell Wilson was his incredible ability to improvise and move around and make time to get a big throw downfield. But again, he's older. He's had some injuries. Now he's had to play in different schemes. And one of the things for me was I felt like as good as he was in Seattle, he benefited tremendously from having Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch, and the Legion Boom defense. Yeah, I think he benefited tremendously from that. And as we've seen, since he's had that, the level of success hasn't been the same. Now, of course, everybody needs a supporting cast around them. Like, nobody's going to win a Super Bowl without that. This isn't basketball. And even in basketball, people need a supporting cast, right? We know this. But it's easier I'd say it's easier to win without elite help in basketball than it is in football. Like, you just need more. Anyway, with that said, Russell Wilson has now, in the last 3 years, he's been on 2 teams. He spent 2 years with the Denver Broncos before he was unceremoniously sent packing. They literally paid him to go away. And now he's with the Steelers, and he is fighting for his job through injury and, up and down play with Justin Fields. And so we don't know what it's going to be. So my question now is, and I'll let you take it from here, Transformer, is Russell Wilson done?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the writing's on the wall, man. I mean, honestly, at this point, now you're battling injury. And I look back on it like, what have you done for me lately? What have you done lately to make me sway the other way? I see 3 straight seasons you have been a losing player. 3 straight. I mean, what more do I need to see from there? Until you can prove me otherwise, you're declining not only in your gameplay, but you're now declining in your health, in your body. Your body's starting to fail you now. So now, and with Cavs, and what Russell Wilson does best is just showing it right here on the screen, scramble. He scrambles on the pocket. He's on the run. Look at him running right here, scrambling out of pocket, making a dot throw. Now you don't even, like, your calf is bothering you now. Now it's aggravated. In which the NFL, if you're an adult and you're 33 years old, anything past that, then you understand that ain't finna heal overnight. This week off ain't finna really do much for you because you're in the most physical sport and physical game in sports. So you take one bad hit, you just re-aggravated it again. Now what are you gonna do? If you make Russell Wilson a just strict pocket passer, what do you have? What do you have? You have nothing.
He's never been that. Now, can he pass from the pocket under the right circumstances? Yes, but he's never been an elite pocket passer.
But you're restricting him to just being a pocket passer. I just don't see it. I mean, and a lot of people will look at last season, which he had 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. I still look at it as that only got him 7 and 8. I mean, what
in fairness, brand new scheme. We know that he had a new head coach that did not want him there to start with, but he also has never played in a way that's conducive to what Sean Payton wants to do. 3-step, 5-step drop, quick crossers, quick throws, get the ball out of your hands fast. That's not Russell Wilson. He's an improvised guy. He's a look down the field guy. He's a get out of the pocket and extend plays guy, which at this point, we probably could argue that Justin Fields is better than him at his own game. Why? Because Justin Fields is younger, faster, bigger, stronger, with as good or a better arm. He's not as accurate. Yeah, faster, definitely. He's not as accurate, but he's got all the tools that made Russell Wilson elite when he was younger. And he's 10 years younger than him. So I don't know. And I truly believe that he fits Arthur Smith's system really well. Arthur Smith, the new OC in Pittsburgh. I think he fits that system really well. So and again, this is not taking shots at Russ. It's not. Some people may see it that way, but it's not. But
no. I mean, because he has his flowers. He got his flowers. I mean, we're talking about right now. Right now, Russell Wilson, is he done or no?
Correct.
Yeah.
What Tyler says. Well, hold on. Let's get to that. Eagles brother says, I think Russ has 2 or 3 capable years left, but he needs to retire before they really come for his Hall of Fame status. I think they're already questioning his Hall of Fame status, but I think having 9 Pro Bowl seasons may be enough to get him in, but I don't think he's ever been all pro. He's never received even 1 MVP vote. So there's some things missing. All pros?
Yeah, I thought he made all pro quite a few times, I want to say.
I know he's got 9 Pro Bowls. Let's see. Russell Wilson. He's got 9 Pro Bowls. I don't know about all pros.
I think 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All pros?
Unless I'm the blindest man in the world, that's exactly
you might be right. I know he has. I know he's never gotten an MVP vote. I know that.
I think he was in the running though.
I don't think he's ever gotten one. Pro Bowl.
What am I?
No, what you're seeing, AP. is Associated Press.
Got it.
Yeah.
He got all pro his rookie season.
No, he's never made All Pro.
Never made all pro. Yeah, you're right.
Nope.
9 Pro Bowls. 2020 Walton Payton and the Super Bowl championship. Yep. Yeah, that's
and he has not even one single MVP vote, not one. Like, I don't know how you get into the Hall of Fame with that. That's the thing.
True.
So everyone's been like, "Oh, he's guaranteed Hall of Fame." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know.
I think the one year he almost got it, I want to say was 2020 when he was in a running. I want to say it was 2020.
I don't know how he's in the running and didn't get even one vote though. That's the thing.
In 2020, who won in 2020? Patrick, I think Patrick won it that year.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he had a great year that year. 4,200 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, 13 picks, 69% completions. That's a hell of a year.
I don't think it was like I think this is the year that it wasn't even close for Pat.
That might have been like 51 touchdown passes or something crazy like that. I think
it was something crazy.
Oh no, Tyler says A-Rod got that. Okay. Oh, that was that year.
Oh, that was that. I think that was like 53.
Like 4 picks or something crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna lose that one, buddy.
Yeah. Arthur Smith runs the offense, which means 30 design runs a game. That plus defense takes a lot of pressure off Russ. Yeah, that's true. Oh. Okay, I saw something.
Well, yeah, 48 touchdowns, 5 picks. Yeah, you're not beating
there. You
that.
go. So right, so he wasn't going to get
ridiculous.
That.
No.
But yeah, I have to agree with you. I think Russ is done. To your point, the age, the injuries, all that is catching up to him, and I think that's problematic. Again, new system. Was this third new system in 3 years? Not saying he can't handle it, but that's never easy for any quarterback to have to deal with. Right. Yeah. You know, you have things that. You have your habits and you have certain things that are ingrained in you and they have to change it and learn 3 new things, three new languages, all that. And again, no disrespect to Russ. I think he's one of those guys that also was blessed that when he came into the league, he was in a wonderful situation. Mm-hmm. Now, did he outplay Matt Flynn to take the job? Absolutely.
Correct.
And credit due there. Did he guide that offense well and then make timely plays when it was necessary in order to win a championship? Absolutely. But then did he literally throw away the championship when he had a chance to be, all-time special and go back to back? Not a lot of teams have done that. He threw that one away. Okay. And then after that, when all the Let Russ Cook stuff started and the Legion of Boom broke up and Beast Mode went away and all that stuff. And the whole Let Russ Cook thing, I don't even think that was him. Obviously, he loved it. I think that was his OC at the time. But the point is, I think Russell Wilson, instead of trying to stay with what gave him the ultimate success, running the ball, playing off the play action, it got away from him. Oh, that should be a flag. It got away from him, and he was putting up great individual numbers, but it wasn't necessarily leading to the high level team success. So I don't know. I think he's done now. I really do.
Yeah, I can't hit the nail on the head any more than what I already said. I mean, what have you done lately?
Yeah.
3 years, man. I mean, granted, it's tough going from back to back coaching changes and stuff like that. But like that doesn't age you now that you're going into another new coaching situation, another new team. You got to get familiar all over again. That's another year off your career,
right?
Going into now 36 years old. I mean, I just don't know what we're expecting from him. You're already hurt now, so now your best ability is your scramble ability. Which ain't easy.
Which is graded with age and injuries. Absolutely. Yeah. So it's not that serious. First of all, what up? It's not that serious. I haven't greeted you yet, man. Good to see you here. Appreciate that you always come show love and support. Now, you say that throwaway was on Pete Carroll. Yes, it was on Pete Carroll. Yes, it was on Darrell Bevel, the OC at the time. However, Russ was
audible.
Thank you.
Audible.
Thank you.
That man, like this one,
you gotta get out of that call, turn around, hand it off, and you score, and then you go down in history not only for doing that, but for audible in it. Seeing you go down in history for the great recognition of that defense, changing the play, and then it leading to success. But he got caught up in it just like Pete Carroll and Darrell Bevel did. Instead of just thinking when you win, everything else falls into place. But
but this is when even as a Super Bowl champion, you have no pull. As the quarterback of your team who was just won a Super Bowl, you have no pull.
No, he should have done it.
go over there
better
and
to
be
ask
like,
forgiveness
hey,
than
man, look at
permission. He
Marshawn
should.
like, bro, hey, man, we about
Right.
to run this goddamn ball.
I mean,
Bro, we got like 3 more opportunities.
think about it, right? Think about
We
it.
got
We've
3 more
heard
opportunities.
LeBron, and I keep defaulting to basketball just because it's easier analogies, but we've heard LeBron, we've heard Kobe, we've heard Mike, we've heard Bird, we've heard all these elite all-time great players. They're on the bench and the coach draws up the play, and when they walking out, they say, "Hey, don't worry about that.
Man,
Get
don't
me the
worry
rock.
about
Get
that.
out the
We
way."
changing
Right?
this.
I mean,
We
when
changing
you're
this.
right,
Damn
when you're at that point, and it's all about winning time, man, and you know it's not right, go ahead, get out of that, and do what's going to get the win. Because now, don't get me wrong, you have to be prepared if it doesn't work to deal with that. But go ahead, get the win, and then be the hero that way. But he wanted to be the hero with the throw, so it is what it is. Everyone forgets Seattle had a 10-point lead before that so-called great defense gave up the lead, and that led to that bonehead play. So that is not a so-called great defense. That's one of the better defenses ever. That's not an opinion. That's true.
That's fact.
If you're talking about giving up the lead, we're also talking about the GOAT. We're talking about Tom Brady doing what Tom Brady does. So
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady
Jr. Right. But I mean, Eagles brother, I totally get what you're saying in terms of the defense putting them in a position that could happen. But like, come on, man, Tom Brady, like he does these things. So it's,
I mean, did we not see him in Atlanta?
We saw him in Atlanta. He does these things.
Have we not? I mean, versus Atlanta. I mean, of course.
Yeah, no. I get it. I get what you're saying.
I mean, that's Tom. I mean, they gave him a 10-point lead. I mean, even the best of defenses, failed to Tom Brady at one point.
Yeah.
But like you said, I mean, like we said, I mean, you have the ability. If I just won a Super Bowl, I'm the captain of your team. I'm the leader. I'm the orchestrator. You're trusting me to make the best decisions. When I walk up to that line, I can hear everything you're saying on my headphone. I can hear you. I can hear your play call, but I can see. I'm looking at these defenders and they face like, no, okay, cool. I know Marshawn is hungry. I know where I'm at on the field. I know I have 3 opportunities at this point of the game. I'll be damned if I'm not turning around and be like, yeah, man, bump that, bro. We're running.
Right.
You failed twice, then I got to throw the ball. Cool. I would rather lose. If that was the last throw of the game and that was the only play you had, cool. Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll, we're not saying anything about it. That would just be like, hey, man, Pages played a great defense. They held them to 4th and 1, and that was literally the only play that they had in the book because they couldn't get the run going. But on what I think it was second down at the goal line, we're throwing the ball. When you have beast mode right here behind you with time left on the clock with timeouts. Come on, man. It doesn't make sense at all in the game of football, man. When you have a solid run game, you have a great offensive line, and you're right there, man, with time, with downs. Come on. I mean, yeah.
It's tough. But let me be fair to Russ as well in terms of the time in Denver, which looked really bad. First of all, that first year in Denver, he had a completely inept head coach, and who's that? Nathaniel Hackett. Terrible, absolutely terrible as a head coach. Not the right fit. Hold on, Sneed. Let's get through this segment, and then we'll have you call right back. So he had a terribly inept head coach in Denver in that first season, and he had a subpar offensive line, and then he didn't have much on the weaponry side. He had subpar wide receivers and wide receivers either injured or coming off of injury. So he didn't exactly have the best situation, but we do have to be fair and acknowledge those things. But Mr. Unlimited, right? You got to make it work, don't you?
Unlimited in what?
Country. Let's ride.
Unlimited flyer miles, man, because he's been changing teams so much to make.
Wow. Yo, question. Does he have some type of does he have a snappy one-liner in Pittsburgh now? Because remember, everything was like,
yeah, it was good. Go
Broncos,
Hawks,
and then
let's ride.
It was Broncos country, let's ride. Yeah. And so like, does he have something in Pittsburgh now?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
I think he probably chilled out like, I guess I should leave the corny shit alone.
I got you.
Let's ride.
Right.
They read nowhere. They read to being losers for 2 straight years.
Yeah.
They wrote
Tyler says Hall of Fame means you can't tell the story of the game without you. Russ might not have done enough for that. You know what?
I like that.
But you can't tell the story of Russ, the story of the game without Russ, because that second pick, that pick that he threw helped Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, the greatest quarterback,
I
at
think
least,
he means
get
in a
another
good way,
touchdown.
brother. You know what you're doing. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what he meant, okay? We meant you can't tell a story without you meaning like in greatness. Like, I mean, what have we seen? What have we seen? I can't. Now that I think about it, what have we seen like a play or like a drive where you're like, man, Russell Wilson literally did that.
Right.
I can't think of one. And that's not me being funny.
The new catchphrase is "Here we go." They just keep getting worse.
That's it for real. I mean, that's Tyler. You know what? Never mind. That might be a fact.
Right. Right.
Tyler be on it.
Oh man. All right, let's go ahead and let's open up the phone lines here, and let's take a couple calls. Hopefully, we get a couple calls so people can give their thoughts on whether or not they think Russell Wilson is done, and if not, well, if he is, and if not, tell us why. And I will put it back in the chat, and it's scrolling on the bottom. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Give us a call here on the Format Podcast. We would like to hear what you have to say about it.
It's not that serious. T.O. wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer because of off the field antics.
Which again is ridiculous because
that's literally the reason why. I mean, we know, like the public knows, even the Hall of Fame, they know T.O. is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yep.
They just
let's go ahead and take this, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Sneed, what's good, my man?
Bruce, what's going on? Transformer, what up?
What's good, Sneed?
Bro, you guys talking about Russ? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me.
I'm saying, man, it's a legitimate topic, especially with him now being in Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh having the quarterback situation up in the air and so on and so forth. It's legitimate. What you got? Tell us your thoughts on Russ.
I'm very happy he's there. And, my Brownies got a good chance to win now because he's there. So I'm good with that.
Oh, man.
And, when I look at his best ability, I think it was Transformer said his best ability was what, scrambling, he said?
Yeah, his mobility. Mm-hmm.
His mobility.
Yeah, I disagree. His best ability is not throwing picks, and that won't help you win anything. You don't want to throw picks, but now that means your defense has to be super elite. Your running game has to be super elite. Everything has to be world beater level, in order for you to win a championship. So he's not doing any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
He can't transcend a team like he once did.
Mm-hmm.
You look back at the Super Bowl runs. I mean, he was pretty amazing. And even the years after that,
he was very good.
Taking some of those shots down the field
and
stuff like that. I mean, I remember him on the play act, and it was pretty amazing. But those are calculated shots that you're making off the run game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have elite run game, he's very, very average with a calf strain. I mean, if you watch him play, you have defensive linemen on his ass when he was younger. So now he's older. Those guys are bringing him down quickly. The scrambling, I mean, he's just trying to turn a 5-yard loss to a 2-yard loss. When before he was trying to extend plays. He really can't do that anymore. I'm very happy he's in Pittsburgh. Very, very happy in Pittsburgh.
Well, as a Raven fan, I love that as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's very good at all anymore.
You guys are fans.
Because here's what I'm looking at. When I'm seeing him play, I see a guy who was very good when everything else was very good around him, right? So there was winning. Now you have a guy who's less than what he once was, who also doesn't have very good around him. He has decent around him. So you get a decent guy with decent pieces, you're going to get subpar results. They're going to be like a 7 and 8 win team probably. That's what Pittsburgh does when they have average talent around, their key cogs. So I think it's going to be another one of those. The stats don't tell the whole story.
Right.
The stats actually show he's actually pretty good. But the record doesn't because he's not really that kind of difference maker. The league is full of these guys. That 90% of the quarterbacks in the league can do these same things. It's those 2 or 3 that they're the ones getting to the Super Bowl. They're the ones getting to the championship. on each conference side. You know, he's way beyond his prime. You know, he's starting to get injured now with calf strains, bro. Soft tissue injuries. He's not going to really be available if it's going to be severe, and he's going to be handing the ball off a lot. I mean, if he has to throw the ball 35 times a game, they're losing.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
losing. Yeah,
That's a game. That's a game they're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
if the game went overtime.
If he's not going to be. Look, Purdy, bro, who everybody was high on. I just want to take a look at the Super Bowl as a microcosm.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't punch the ball in for a TD. They lost the Super Bowl on that. That's how important Pater is on these really important drives. He ain't going to be that guy.
So
he ain't going to be that guy in most games,
mm-hmm.
in regular season games. You know what I mean? And the league is always looking at the upside, Bruce. They'll move on from a guy as long as they can draft somebody who has some upside. What's Russell Wilson's upside?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Hey.
That's a good question. What is it? Can we name it?
It's not.
Scrambling.
It's not.
There's
No,
no
it's not even that anymore. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Sneed, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
As always, Sneed, bro.
Always Sneed. Let me touch on this. Tyler's pause. Let me touch on Tyler's comment. His comment. That's what we doing. I said, let me touch on his comment.
Touch on Tyler.
No, that's absolutely not what I said. See, you really need to know Diddy's shirt for that. But all right, so better chance at the Hall of Fame, Russell Wilson or Eli Manning, and it's going to be Eli Manning because of what he did, right?
Exactly.
Leading his team on two. I mean, of course, elite defenses, right? But leading his team on 2 playoff runs, beating the Patriots twice, also upending the Patriots' almost perfect season, right? 18-0, could have been 19-0, and they upended that. And it's not even like he was just hanging around. Like he played well in those playoff runs and those Super Bowls. So definitely better chance at Hall of Fame, Eli Manning. Also, his name is Manning. So
yeah, I think it goes back to even what you said before in your previous comment, Tyler. He has a story.
Mm-hmm,
you can't talk about the game of football without mentioning Eli Manning.
Mm-hmm.
You literally can't. I mean, like you're gonna remember who beat Tom Brady twice. The GOAT. The GOAT twice, who's undefeated in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady. You're going to remember those great elite playoff runs. I mean, Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer from this regular season statistical point at all.
Right.
But when the playoff came on, he turned up. Like him and Joe Flacco, I think one of the two of the most dominant playoff competitors ever at the quarterback position.
In terms of
regular season, you're like, man, they're very, very middle of the pack.
Yeah.
But when the playoffs turn on, we're talking 300-yard game. All of a sudden, he can't throw. He don't know how to throw a pick. It's all touchdowns. It's miraculous throws. And like I said, you could tell a story about Eli Manning. I mean, you can't name me one elite drive about Russell Wilson. You can't think of one.
No, you really
I'm waiting
can't.
on one to come up in the comments. You know,
you can't. So Eagles Brother 92 says Ben Roethlisberger does not have an All-Pro vote nor an MVP vote. Is he a Hall of Famer? I guess that was in response to what I was saying earlier about Russell Wilson. But the difference is Big Ben does have 2 championships. And to Tyler's point, he's top 5 all-time in passing yards. He's top 10 all-time in passing touchdowns. So when you have that volume of statistical production combined with the winning, yes, you're going to be a Hall of Famer. And I think doesn't he have the most 500-yard passing games of all time too?
Does he?
I believe he does.
Probably.
I believe he does. He's got like 3 of them. Let's see. But yeah, I think I think that's the thing.
Accurate. Oh, he does. He has 1, 2.
But so that to me is a separator between Big Ben and Russell Wilson. Now, did Big Ben stay around too long? Yeah, absolutely. But
absolutely.
Okay. So yes, Big Ben has 4 500-yard passing games in his career. So that's number 1 all time. So all that stuff.
Launching it, bro.
Yeah, he was letting it go.
And the thing about it, bro, he was the polar opposite of what Russell Wilson is in the pocket, like scrambling. Because you just couldn't get Big Ben down, man.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, he was mobile, but he was so hard.
Like,
when
bro,
he was young,
all right, one hit, that's nothing. Brug that off.
Yeah.
Run for 5 yards. Like He didn't have no speed to him at all. He was just a tough dude to bring down, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yes,
All
I
right.
mean that's a big difference.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're done with this topic. We are rolling right along. We got a really good one here. This one is one that I was really excited to discuss. And this is, as you see there, NFL QB legacies. And what do we mean by that? My thought on that is it's going to be a question. And that's which quarterback in the NFL, and it doesn't have to be one of these guys, but in general, which quarterback do we think would benefit most from a Super Bowl championship this year? Is it Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson? I know what G would say. G would say Lamar, but is it Russell Wilson? Is it Dak Prescott? Is it someone else that I'm not even thinking about? What quarterback do we think would benefit most from a championship this year? And who would have the biggest boost to their legacy? So you want to start?
I think you already know what the answer is.
Do I? What's the answer?
You know who the answer is.
Aaron Rodgers?
Negative.
Then what's the answer? Dak Prescott?
Negative.
Then I have no idea what the answer is then. Who is it?
Lamar Jackson.
Really?
I think he has the most to prove, yes.
Okay,
this would put his legacy in a stratosphere that all of the great mobile running backs, mobile quarterbacks has ever been. Cam Newton, Mike Vick. Those got me, Culpepper. The mobile black quarterbacks that run like him. I mean, Russell Wilson was more of a mobile quarterback, but he didn't lead. Like he wasn't like the face. Like Legion of Boom was like the face of the Seattle Seahawks. You know them more about Legion of Boom, Beast Mode, Russell Wilson, and that's my opinion. That's the order. And the Ravens, who do you think of first when you mention the Baltimore Ravens? Lamar Jackson. You think Atlanta Falcons, who do you think of first? Mike Vick when he played.
Yeah.
Cam Newton, Carolina. Yeah. Who do you think of first when you mention Carolina Panthers? Cam Newton. I think at this point, you have two MVPs. You have been through this little, figuring it out thing in the playoffs to where you just can't really get it done. At this point, you're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for all black mobile quarterbacks that played the same exact way you did to finally win one. Put you in a higher echelon of just like he did it. He did it the way that the game has traditionally meant to be played. He did it with his legs. He came in and being drafted as they're calling him a running back. Like, bro, you're a running back. I got drafted at the end of the round. Everybody skipped over me. And at the end of the first round, I got picked. And they labeled me a running back. All the media was calling me a running back. I came in, not only won the most strategic award in pro football, the MVP twice as a quarterback. I now have a Super Bowl to just top it all off. And I did it at the quarterback position when y'all were calling me a running back from the moment I got drafted. I think that says a lot, bro. I think that says a lot.
It does.
I truly do.
Tyler says he believes that the greatest lift to someone's legacy with a championship this year is Pat Mahomes. He enters top two all time with a three-peat. I kind of think that too. Only other player in the league with more to gain from a Super Bowl is Lamar, but Pat leaps some legendary names with a three-peat: Peyton, Montana, Breeze. That's definitely that's definitely an argument. What does Sneed say? Sneed says, I guess he's talking about Lamar. He has elite defenses and embarrassment of riches at the running back position. They have continued to work to bring in wide receivers by draft and free agency. That's true.
I think he's talking about Baltimore.
I think he's talking about Lamar.
Yeah.
He has one of the best coaches in the league and a coach that really believes in him. That's definitely pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So all those things are true. That said, I really had a hard time. I was back and forth thinking about this question because all these guys, there's a legitimate. So let me run down some of the reasons why we could look at all of them. Obviously, you mentioned Lamar. We mentioned Mahomes.
That's my number one.
Right.
I didn't think about the Mahomes part to that extent, but I like it. I like that.
That three-peat is huge because no one's ever done it.
Nobody. I mean, we haven't seen a three-peat in sports since Kobe and Shaq. So,
true.
I mean, what's that?
True, and we know how hard it is. I think it's harder to win in football than it is in basketball. So,
absolutely. Because, I mean, you got one game to prove it versus best out of 7.
Yeah. So here's another deal, right? I'm gonna just go on some of these names, and if anybody in the chat thinks up a name that kind of can go into this discussion that we haven't brought up, feel free. All right, so cool. Josh Allen, here's one, right? We've heard numerous times, Josh Allen's going to be the MVP. He's in the MVP race, hasn't gotten it done. But even more so than that, how legendary would it be if he was able to bring a championship to the Buffalo Bills, the team, right, that lost
Kelly.
4 in a row in the 90s, right? And that team was loaded with Hall of Famers. That's one of the best teams ever, one of the most talented teams ever. But what? They couldn't win. So if Josh Allen were to be the guy who could get them that championship, imagine what that would do for him legacy-wise. So there's that. I'm not saying he's definitively the answer, but I think there's consideration there. Let's look at Dak Prescott.
I like that.
We talk constantly.
That would be my second pick.
Right? We talk constantly about Dak Prescott, the Cowboys wide receiver. The Cowboys haven't even made an NFC championship game since 1995. You know, we know about all the pressure that comes with being that guy at that position with the star on your helmet in that city, right? We know all about that. Imagine if Dak Prescott were to win a championship for the Cowboys, how immediately that would vault him. I think that would put him in the Hall of Fame right there.
It would erupt.
It would put him in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, the league media, everybody, it will be upside down.
Everything. Yes.
If he won a championship for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean,
I think it would immediately put him in the Hall of Fame. I don't think there would be any question after that.
Without a doubt.
Right?
Without a doubt.
Now,
especially if he's the one leading it. I mean, because you mean like the Cowboys haven't won a championship since 1995. That's
1995. Correct.
1995.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. You mean tell me 30 years that Jerry Jones has been keeping the media hype about what 3 playoff wins in 30 years? So you mean tell me the greatest America's team? This is America's team, right?
Right.
You finally got him out of that hole after 30 years.
Right. So Sneed says Dakota is generally viewed as an average talent. Playoff success for him is an overachievement. In my opinion, it would be a small miracle. And that, to me, is why he should be in this argument as one of those that has the most to gain legacy-wise from being able to win a championship. I think, he would be there. Okay. Next possible discussion on this topic. We just finished talking about Russell Wilson in the last topic and how a lot of the success that he was, Nebraska blocks the kick. Jeez, they're dominating. So we talked about how a lot of the success Russell Wilson was able to have earlier, he had an elite run game, a beast mode. He had an elite defense, Legion of Boom. If he was able to go somewhere else, right? Don't get me wrong, he'd have an elite run game. Not an elite run game, but a good run game.
I don't think Najee Harris is
and an elite defense, though. He would have an elite defense in Pittsburgh. If he was able to win there, especially after what went on in Denver, that would immediately vault him right back up into the Hall of Fame consideration / discussion / maybe guarantee, right? Yeah. So that would be one right there. Russell Wilson. That's his argument. Now here's the other argument. This guy in front, number 8 in white and green. We know how great he is. You know how great he is transformed.
I know.
Right. So now imagine he leaves. The New York Jets last won a championship in 1969 in Super Bowl III. Joe Namath will win. I guarantee it. Right. Okay, cool. They beat the heavily favored Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III. Got it. Yep. Now, we also know everything is magnified in New York City, just as Jeremy Lin, right?
You took it. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Pause.
You worked it. Oh, man. My bad. Pause. Oh, man. Whoa. No diddy.
Yeah. We need to get that shirt, man. Damn, I ain't take nothing from you, man.
My bad, bro. But you took the idea of where you're going with it. Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Yes. So everything in New York City is extremely magnified. And so
absolutely,
you're in a situation now where these guys haven't won in 50 years, more than 50 years. They haven't won a championship. 55 years. They haven't won a national championship.
54?
1969, 2024, 55 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right.
You're right.
So 5.5 decades, they haven't won a world championship. It's New York City. You're a made man forever. And you've shown that, okay, because the argument has always been Aaron Rodgers' defenses let him down in Green Bay. Now, I don't really go for that. If you're
most
that
of
elite,
them, I would agree. Most of them.
I don't really go with that because if you're that elite of a quarterback, you're supposed to turn those games into a shootout. But that's a different story for a different day. Now, not saying he's not an elite quarterback, but the point is now he will have the defense that he needs to help him out, right? To help him along. So if he can take the Jets to a championship, it's gonna. I think it would blow up to the same level as Dak Prescott winning a championship in Dallas, or maybe even more. So I think I'm trying to think. The answer to the question is going to be
Breeze.
Say what?
What? He's locked behind Breeze? Okay,
Ooh.
Brady,
I've
Manning,
been missing a lot of
Montana.
comments.
I'm good with that. Tyler, Breeze?
All right, let's see. Second thought, Lamar may become a 1-1 with a Super Bowl in his prime. Forget all the QB rankings. He may enter athlete rankings akin to Bo Jackson. Well, the thing with the athlete rankings, Tyler, with Bo Jackson actually played two sports. Oh, okay. So I get what you're saying, but Lamar only played, football. Snead, D. Watson needs to do something in Cleveland. Good coach, really good defense, strong run game. He needs to show up. True. Watson, if Watson gets Cleveland a Super Bowl, they would build him a statue. True. That's a good argument. Does Rodgers move up in all-time QB rankings with another ring? I think he's locked behind Brady, Manning, Montana, Breeze, not Breeze. Not Breeze. So Tyler, I think if he gets another chip again, like we were talking about in New York with the Jets, not even the Giants, but the Jets, I think he would absolutely move up. Because we knew that Brady was the greatest of all time, but when he went to Tampa Bay to a new team and then he won, I think that made it something even different, something even greater. So I think it would probably Manning won championships with two organizations, so maybe it doesn't put him ahead of Peyton Manning, but I definitely think he's ahead of Breeze and maybe not Montana. But yeah, it'll definitely move him up there. So I guess man, that's tough because, okay, let's start narrowing these down. A lot of people said Lamar. I don't think it's him. I think he's got time. You know what? Based on the fact that the time is limited, I think it's got to be Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that's a good point. Also because he's older, right?
Yeah, I mean,
these other guys still have time.
Yeah, if you base it off time.
Aaron Rodgers is already 40. So now imagine the only other guy we've seen, play at an elite level at that age in the NFL is Tom Brady. So now if Aaron Rodgers can go and win a chip again in New York City with the Jets at this age and coming off a major injury, I think that would it would create a legend in the NFL. So yeah, I'm going to go. I think the answer is Aaron Rodgers. Yes.
I like that.
Breeze has 20,000 more passing yards and 100 more TDs than Rodgers. So
how many MVPs
part of that though, Tyler, and you're right.
How many MVPs he got? How many? I can name
one.
Aaron Rodgers has 4.
One or none.
I don't think he has 1.
Well, there you go. But I don't really hold that against guys, depending on the era they played in and who were the other elite quarterbacks. They
played at the same time. They played at the same time.
Okay. But so here's the deal with the 20,000 more passing yards Breeze had. Remember, Aaron Rodgers didn't even play his first 3 years because of Brett Favre.
He has
and then he also more games. Right. So he also missed another year because of the Achilles. So we got to think about that. And 100 more TDs than Rodgers. Again, that's
100 more TDs, 133 less interceptions. Keep going.
Right. So I mean, you can look at that. You can look at that from both sides, and that's not that's not. I don't think Breeze has an MVP, but 80,000 passing yards is something only 2 men have.
Yeah, but you got the games along. Yeah, I mean, you're good, but you Tyler, have no MVPs.
But let's look at this. I got this Transformer. Watch this. So we got to remember, at the height of Breeze's prime, if I'm not mistaken, New Orleans had 3 straight 7-9 seasons. They had 3 straight 7-9 seasons where the defenses were among the worst in league history. And so Breeze was killing it, putting up insane passing numbers because they were getting blown out all the time. So he had to try to throw them back into these games. Now, does that mean he didn't throw for all those? Go ahead, man.
Let me hold you real quick. Pause.
Facts. Whoa, what's up with you tonight, man?
I said pause. It was a quick pause.
Man, you shouldn't even let something like that come out your mouth. Pause. You shouldn't even have done that.
Yeah, that was a pause too, bro.
I said pause real quick though, didn't I? But go ahead though.
I want to say just as quick as I did. But either way, man, this is bad. But we can't say anything as a grown man.
No, you really can't.
As a grown man, I gotta pause literally everything, right?
Right. Okay. Go ahead though.
The 3 years, 7-9 stretch. It was 7-9, 7-8, 7-9. He was hurt one game. He missed one game, right?
Okay, my bad.
He led the league every season of all those 3 seasons with 4,900 yards, 4,800 yards, 5,300 yards. But he was a losing quarterback. Technically, he was a loser.
Yes.
Right. So I mean, you can do that if I'm behind and I have to throw the ball. Aaron Rodgers didn't play from behind. He literally, Aaron Rodgers has one losing season where he was the starter quarterback from the beginning to the end. He has one. Every single losing season, if you go and pull up the stats online, he was hurt. He was hurt that year, except one. 4 MVPs. 100 plus less interceptions. 50 less games in which you're talking about. He got 20,000 yards. I mean, come on, G. He's not locked behind no Drew Brees.
But yeah, I mean, we're seeing what this dude did. Every throw, mobile, extremely smart, could dissect defenses. I think that we got to look at, not to make excuses, but there are reasons why he's behind Brees statistically. Aaron Rodgers isn't crossing the street. He's going to be worse than Russ. All this speculation is comedic. He couldn't even jog for a year. You want him taking snaps against NFL defenses. I guess we just got to wait and see, right? Because as we know, Sneed, man, sports medicine is just at a totally different level now than it's ever been at before.
But the thing is that we'll find out. To my point, Sneed, Russell Wilson is predicated off of scrambling. Aaron Rodgers can just
mobility
sit.
Is such a major part. Yeah, Aaron
Rodgers is still an elite thrower, just sitting in the pocket. Just being a Tom Brady, finally. He's literally going to be Tom Brady. Like, he can literally sit back in the pocket. Now, granted, maybe a little bit, a few more picks, but I think his game, his level, and what we've seen from Aaron Rodgers, he can throw from any spot on the field. Any spot. Now, if you let him just be able to sit there, he can eat the defense apart. He can still kill you. You know what I mean? He doesn't need his legs like Russell Wilson. I mean, we just showing a whole highlight reel. Russell Wilson makes his better plays off of scrambling. Aaron Rodgers could be right there in the pocket and just sit there all day and be like, okay, I have weapons that can get open. I'm good. You know what I mean? So but I do like your take. Back to our point, which quarterback has a lot to prove. If you're looking at it based off of time,
not even so much a lot to prove, but more so which one stands to benefit the most legacy wise from winning a championship.
Yeah, I do like that. If you put it at, we putting it at a time limit because like Aaron Rodgers is literally about to be 40 years old. This is literally the end of his career. Yeah, I would agree with that. I do like that. If you put it on that perspective, I just meant like as a moment, like now, I do like Lamar still because, like I said, I mean, it's just more for not only his type of quarterback, his culture, man.
You said Lamar?
Yeah, I got Lamar still because I'm like, it doesn't hit just on a a personal achievement type of level. I can look at you. I'm looking at you try to hawk me down. Aaron Rodgers getting hawked down. Tom Brady getting hawked down. Joe Montana's getting hawked down. Peyton Manning's getting hawked down. That man turn around like, you hear? No, I'm still. That's it. I'm gone. Like he's literally going to be in a stratosphere of quarterbacks that have never won a Super Bowl with his type of play. Never.
Wait a minute, I forgot one. Oh no, we mentioned it earlier. Was Pat Mahomes, and it does sound ridiculous, but to think about what it's going to mean and what it's going to establish his level at if he should get this three-peat it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even.
Does he jump Tom?
And no, not yet, but he will be well on the path to do it. Tom Brady's body of work is still too crazy because there's so much winning and there's so much, like he's got just about every major statistical, he's got all, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's a sad fact.
But statistically, I think the crazy stat is he in his career was statistically more likely to play in an AFC championship game than every quarterback who ever lived is to complete a pass. Like that doesn't even make sense when you're like, wait, what?
But he's never
like
made it less
the
than
numbers
the AFC
when it comes to
championship
Tom
game
Brady
period
are absurd. Say again?
He's never made it less than the AFC championship game period.
I don't think he's in the divisional.
I don't think he's never lost prior to that.
That would be,
but he's been in the league 6-7 years.
That would be crazy.
He has 6 AFC championship appearances.
No. So let's see. So he was in the AFC for 20 out of 23 seasons, right? And he went to what
are we talking about?
Tom Brady, right?
I'm talking about Pat Mahomes.
Oh, Pat Mahomes. Okay.
Pat Mahomes. Yeah.
Oh,
Pat
no,
Mahomes.
You're right. I thought you were still talking about Brady.
He's never made it less than an AFC championship.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, not Tom Brady. I mean, yeah.
Okay. I got you.
He's actually had a losing season.
Yeah. The other one, man, I'm just going back through these and I'm thinking, man, Josh Allen, like that dude has it all. And I'm just, and again, everyone, and it's a legitimate point. We'll see what he really is this year. Not having those, not having a number one wide receiver, not having that number two guy in Gabe Davis, who as a rookie in his first ever playoff game set the NFL record for touchdown catches in the playoff game. But
I just think that it's unrealistic for him. I mean, to be in this conversation, it's unrealistic because
doesn't that make it that if he wins?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, doesn't that make it that if he should win a championship, it's a gigantic legend boost? Just for the point, legacy boost. I'm sorry,
extremely legendary.
Yeah, for him, for his city and his franchise.
On it.
No, I wouldn't bet it either. But I think that's why he's in the discussion, because if it happened, it would catapult him so high so quickly, and it would put him in a place that maybe he shouldn't even be as good as he is, because, like you're saying, it's so unlikely. But then it's just the legacy of him being the guy to finally get the Bills over the Schneid and winning a championship. So I think he's right in that discussion.
I will put that over an 18-0 winning season.
I might too.
If he was to win it this year. Because there's no expectation for him to win at all, honestly. I mean, you just lost your number one receiver and number two receiver, right? Everybody's doubting you to even be relevant because everybody's like, well, what was Josh Allen before Stephon Diggs got there? Like, Josh Allen can't improve and grow as a quarterback, but I'll wait to see what the film says this season. But if you was to do it with a rookie wide receiver who is your number one, because he's going to be your number one, Deion Coleman is your number one receiver as a rookie.
Right.
I'm forever getting my I don't care what. Josh Allen could be a bum for the rest of his career. And I'm just going to remember, bro, Josh Allen did it with nobody, literally. Literally saw him go with a rookie and win a Super Bowl when he wasn't even predicated to win his division. You know what I mean? Like that's huge. But I think that's a huge gamble, huge risk.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then the other one, I'm just going through these things in my mind. I'm having a hard time picking one guy because, man, the Dak Prescott one, with all the cowboy hype and like he wins a championship, he's immediately into the Hall of Fame. I don't care what anyone says. Like
no, without question.
Because
without an MVP.
He's an outstanding regular season player. And so he's gonna have a lot of numbers. And then, again, there are certain franchises in certain cities, and if you can do it with the Cowboys, especially after this long a break, it's gonna be legendary.
Him and next to New York, he's in the bigger market. If he won a Super Bowl, we're talking about it for years. It's that's now embedded into the world's brain.
Especially
you can't do anything about it.
Especially with all the questions about Dak, his ability, can he get it done? Is he the guy? I mean, you've heard how many times I've said he's not the guy. I've made a number of shows talking about how he's not the guy. You've heard me say it multiple times.
No,
if he was to win, I would have to immediately, right after the game, we go live and, hey, I was wrong about Dak. He proved it. You know what I'm saying? I have to get on there, give him his flowers. So, okay. So I guess it's time. We've done all the breakdown. It's time for me to actually pick one. So I'm just going to do Aaron Rodgers. I think he's got the biggest legacy bump if he wins a championship.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have compelling cases, but I think it's Aaron Rodgers.
If you put it on time, like the way you did, I mean, I didn't think about it from a time aspect. I just thought about it just like in general. I do like the Aaron Rodgers pick.
Check this out. Tyler says Purdy might be an interesting case. They'd make a Disney movie about Mr. Irrelevant. Why not? They made a movie about Mark Wahlberg. Was it with the Eagles?
Jets?
With the Eagles.
Was the Eagles?
Yeah. I can't remember who the player was that he was supposed to be, but it was a guy who I think did like an off the street walk on tryout and ended up making the team. Yeah. That's
I know exactly what movie you're talking about, man.
Sneed, how did Purdy blow the Super Bowl when he left the field? His team had the lead. Like, I really don't understand that.
Patrick Mahomes won that Super
Vince
Bowl.
Papale, that is who that is. Yep. Exactly. Pat Mahomes won that Super Bowl. That's
Super
correct.
Bowl.
That's correct.
I mean, we literally saw Pat Mahomes put the team on his back, scramble, I mean, you can't, other than Tom, you can't think of any greater comeback. I mean, like literally, the game was on the line. He was just like, "Hey, man, bump it, bro. I'll be the run game and the passing game."
Wow.
He scrambled, ran for it, and he also he was the passer, bro.
Do you have the Colorado game on?
No, I turned it off.
Oh man, you about to see something.
I'll turn it off.
This is crazy.
I'm upset, bro.
Dion is out here getting smoked.
It was 21 zip last time I saw, but I'm not.
Oh my gosh.
Turn this back on. Don't tell me to score.
Wow, it's not that serious. I'm gonna leave that alone. But yes, you have a very good point. But I'm not gonna comment any further on it.
That will make Purdy a pop.
He's right, but I'm not gonna say
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all. He is not wrong.
Hey, it's not that serious. That's a great take, but you know, I'm not in the predicament to where I want to lose the format podcast.
Right. Definitely do not want to do that.
We got enough pull, man. I don't think we got enough pull. So I mean,
no, we do not.
Your comment is your comment. You're entitled to your own opinion. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But
correct.
Keep commenting. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hey, by the way, guys, if you guys are tuned in, we haven't said it in a while. We've been kind of going back and forth a lot, but make sure you guys hit that like button no matter where you're watching, how you're listening. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Go to YouTube, please. If you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, no matter how you're doing, please do go to YouTube. Hit that like button. It really does boost this content to push it out to other viewers that are just like you and us who love to talk sports, guys. So it definitely means a lot. And hit that subscribe button. That way you guys know there's more content coming your way. So definitely want to put that out there. But boy, it's not that serious. That's serious. that was a fantastic comment, wasn't it? He was that's serious.
Right.
That's serious.
Tyler, you are right.
Man. What is that? Deion gets smacked by a kid born.
Yeah, this game is crazy.
But I mean, that's why I didn't say anything. I was just like, you know what, man? It's Nebraska. That boy's got the Patrick Mahomes over there. Like, I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
All right. Man. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's open up the phone lines and let's go ahead and open up the phone lines. Let's take some calls, see what anybody has to say about it. If there's anything they haven't already said in the chat. And then after that, we'll get to our final topic. So, yeah, I'll put it in the chat, but it's also scrolling on the bottom of the screen, 904-219-8264. That's 904-219-8264.
He had to do the voice, guys.
I had to do the voice. What's up, Sneed? What's going on, man?
What's going on, Bruce? Transformer, come on, bro. What you saying about Aaron Rodgers being a pocket quarterback? What are you saying, bro?
He can be.
Yeah.
He is not a quarterback that sits in the pocket. Absolutely not.
But he can be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he can do. No, yeah, he can do both.
No, he cannot be. And I'm going to tell you why.
All right, let's go.
He is incredibly less effective if he's in the pocket. He has to scramble to be very good.
But that's the point. We're not talking about very good.
Then you can't win unless he's very good. That's the Jets.
But they have an elite defense, though.
Jets.
Exactly. Okay, Sneed, listen. The point I'm trying to make about Aaron Rodgers, right? We don't need him to be Green Bay version Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need that. The Jets don't need. They literally had a season to where if there was an average 14 points a game, they would have went like double-digit wins. 14 points. 14.
So let me ask you this, Transformer. Who's better right now? Jared Goff in Detroit or Aaron Rodgers at the Jets?
What type of question is that? I don't get your question.
That is a very important question.
Jared Goff in Detroit.
Jared Goff was very good, and they couldn't get to the Super Bowl.
What I mean, are we making like Super Bowl predictions, or we're just saying based off of what Aaron Rodgers can do for that team?
I'm questioning the sentiment that Aaron Rodgers is a pocket quarterback. he's really not that great at being a pocket quarterback. He's very average as a pocket quarterback. He's a great quarterback because of what he can do when he extends plays. His specialty is getting out of the pocket, moving the defense, and finding guys down the field, stretching out the play. From seconds 1 to 3, he's very average. And now at this point of his career, I think he's weak in that area.
Even being average for the Jets right now is heaven sent.
Yeah.
You've been piss poor. I mean, if you were to tell a poor man that I can give you a deluxe Happy Meal or I can give you a Ruth Chris steak, which one? I mean, do you think he's going to be upset with the Happy Meal?
We were talking about guys winning Super Bowls, and you're talking about a guy who clearly can't. And he's off a really bad injury. And his best part about his game, which was movement, he probably can't do it anymore.
So,
and probably, I'm saying we're all making. I mean, that's a prediction, right? You're saying probably. I'm saying he can be a
paycheck. I'll bet a paycheck that I'm right.
Well, okay. How would you be right? How would you define me winning your paycheck, sir?
We were talking about mobility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's coming off an injury, and he was already slowing down. So now you're going to give him a serious injury. Yeah, I'm going to bet he's going to be very slow.
Define. Yeah, okay, well, how will we make this bet? Like what's the
yeah, like are you defining it by what? By completion percentage? Are you defining it by wins for the team on the season? Like what is your that I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Oh, like if we're going to really frame a bet as to whether or not he can scramble?
No, I didn't say he could.
No.
I didn't say anything about
that. Hold on. Let me jump in here and transform. Pause.
Yeah.
I think what Transformers trying to say, Sneed, is that Aaron Rodgers has the ability. He's good enough that he doesn't need that super mobility anymore. That he can still beat you from the pocket because he's that good. I think that's what Transformers trying to say, and I believe that. He's extremely accurate, right? And he just needs to, and he gets rid of the ball quickly. So I don't think he needs to be out there running around looking crazy because he was already slowing down anyway at this age.
Yeah.
So I don't think he needs to be doing that. I think he can beat you from the pocket. And I agree with Transformer on that.
There's 15 to 20 other guys that'll get his same numbers doing the same things this year.
I guess we got to wait and see. I guess we got, and I think
without that magic ability to scramble and create those plays, there's nothing special about him anymore.
Well, I guess we'll find out. I think the only other argument, of course, is that, I mean,
Brock Purdy got to a Super Bowl.
We got to stop this Brock Purdy disrespect. That's crazy. Because
Brock Purdy got to the Super Bowl with decent athleticism,
mm-hmm.
right? He's a good athlete.
Yes, he is.
Decent athleticism, not Lamar, just decent. And we're talking about Aaron Rodgers, who won one Super Bowl and who has built a resume
mm-hmm.
of one Super Bowl, one special year.
He definitely should have won more. I'm with you. He definitely should have won more.
And there are still people hanging on to this concept that, like, okay, so he's great and he's got numbers and he's had great seasons. But I'm looking at the way that he played in his career, and I'm looking at the last several years, and I'm thinking to myself,
only one. He's only
even
been
on the
year.
luck, like the side effects, like the things that come with Aaron Rodgers, the juice isn't even worth the squeeze anymore. You know, and the only thing I'm questioning, the only thing I was questioning about what Transformer was saying is saying, that he's going to be this pocket quarterback. He's going to be just like anybody else if he's a pocket quarterback. He'll be the same as he'll be the same as everybody else. He won't even stick out anymore.
I think we're just going to have to wait and see, because I think Transformer and I both disagree with you on that, Sneed, and all we can do is just wait to see how that plays out. So it's we're not planning on going anywhere. Hopefully you're not either. So
man, I love the show, man. You guys are the best, man.
Hey man, I appreciate you.
Always, Sneed. Always good commentary,
mm-hmm.
brother.
Thanks, man.
All right. Tyler, I'm going to disagree with you on that.
I won't say the best. Yeah, I won't say the best.
John Elway, Dan Marino, like there's some super elite arm talents out there.
Yeah,
but I get what you're saying. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get one more. Let's get the final topic, and then we'll go from there. All right, let's take to a matter of fact, let's take this off of. Let's take that off, and all right, one more. So I know it's football time, but this was something I was just reading some stuff on the internet, and of course, we all get this stuff on our timelines and our feeds and whatnot. And this was interesting. I saw this article, and it made me start thinking on the basketball side, because realistically, we are only about a month and a half now away from the start of the NBA season.
And 2K just dropped, so we back on NBA topic.
There we go. So basketball is coming. So what it made me think about was NBA players who have the most to prove this season. And I wish G was here for this, because G always got some wild stuff to say when it comes to the NBA. And so does my man Bruce. So
I'm gonna take a wild guess on who you would have picked, but go ahead. I'm gonna take a wild guess.
I already know. That's why I put him up there. I already know, but
I don't think that would have been it.
I kind of no.
I don't think that would have been it. If G would have been serious, I think I know who he would have picked.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What the most to prove? To prove.
Yeah,
now, we're not talking about like not winning championships, just like prove something.
Well, I mean, winning championships, if you're an elite player, that's part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so most improved to win a championship, or most improved to just come back, dominate, get to maybe the conference finals or something like that. Would you say conference finals is good enough?
I think
I
think when we talk about prove, I mean, obviously the end all be all is going to be to win a championship, and especially if you're considered like a great player. But to have that type of elite season, even if you fall short. But obviously, once you win a title, nobody theoretically can really say anything to you anymore. But so you kind of get the idea. So let's go ahead, and I got a number of guys here in the thumbnail. That doesn't mean those are the only guys in consideration, but a number of guys, and you can see we got Dame Lillard, we got James Harden, we got Joel Embiid, got Jason Tatum, and there's a reason I have Jason Tatum there. You have what's this guy's name? Paul George. And I'm sure there are other guys. Zion
you was able to name off everybody on that list. You got the Paul George. It was like, is he a scrub to you?
No, not at all. No, I don't think so.
Hey, man, who was that guy on there?
He's got a lot of ability. He could do a lot of things. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. For whatever reason, his name slipped me. I got you. So ahead, what? No, you good, man. You want to start it off, or should I?
I kind
of
want
to have to be somebody here. It could be anybody else.
Because honestly, but when I saw this segment pop up, you said, the most approved didn't hit me to like you got to win winning the championship means a lot. I kind of made it to where like, okay, making a statement like, okay, I'm here, and I think the conference championship will put them in a stratosphere to where like, okay, that he proved a lot. Based off where he was at, and that's kind of where I put it. But put in your perspective, what most improved by winning a championship. Let me sit on that one. Let me sit on that one. Pause. And I honestly want to think about that real quick. I want to think about that one.
Let me sit on that. This guy.
Hey man, I had to shift real quick, bro. You can't say anything, bro. I mean, honestly, man. It's becoming outrageous. I almost said too much because even that would have been a pause. But it's becoming outrageous, bro. We can't say anything, man. I just feel like, okay, bro, it's just simple terminology that we've been using for centuries. And now that I'm like, man, let me sit on that one real quick. You've heard that expression before.
I'm gonna tell you when we get offline why. We'll talk about that.
Bro, we can't say nothing. But let me think about that one real quick. I mean, based off this list, I got a clear one. In my opinion.
Too.
Yeah,
it's not that serious. I think you got it right. I think it's Jason Tatum. I really do, because
the most approved.
Yeah, the most approved. And the reason I say that is, so he won the championship last year, first team All NBA, led the entire finals in freaking scoring, rebounding, and assists. Think about this. LeBron leads the finals in scoring, rebounding, and assists, loses, and everybody's going crazy. Oh my God, look what he did in a loss. Jason Tatum does it in a win, and people still disrespecting him, G among others, right? He goes to the Olympics to represent our country. He gets what? He gets coach's decision, DNP twice, right? Or DNP coach's decision, whatever. He gets that twice. People still don't respect Jason Tatum despite what he has done and built his career into. So I think now he has to go this season. He's got to destroy everyone and everything. He's got to win that Larry Bird trophy for the finals MVP. Then he's got to go try to win a Bill Russell finals MVP trophy. And maybe, just maybe, that will change people's perspective of him. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because remember when they won, he said, what are they going to say now? Because remember, people always, Tatum can't win, Tatum can't do this. And his question was, what are they going to say now? Well, now he knows what they're going to say because they still don't respect him. So you got to go out there and make them respect you. Go ahead.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You're not finna sit here and throw my boy LeBron in there like that, man.
How did I?
You were wrong.
How?
You were wrong because the reason why they applauded LeBron because he also was the face leader and the most valuable player of that team. Jason Tatum wasn't. There was a guy who outshined him. I mean, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
Is it a fact?
There was a guy who outshined him.
I like Mr. Brown. I do. I got no problem with Mr. Brown. I think he's awesome. You know what I'm saying? He's my brother in Islam and all that. I think Mr. Brown is amazing. That said,
is he? He's Islamic?
Yeah, he's a Muslim. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Openly so. Yo.
I did not know that. That's good. I didn't know.
Yeah, shortly after the finals, he actually posted a picture from the holy city of Mecca.
Wow.
Yeah, he was out there. Yeah, if you check his Twitter or something.
Go ahead, talk. I'm about to.
But yeah, so I say, and that this is no shot whatsoever against Mr. Brown because he's great. I'm just saying, like, Tatum did a lot, but he still doesn't get his due for whatever reason, and I'm not sure why that is. People just, I don't know, they just look at him a certain way, and that's fine. But I think that he has to dominate, you know, not that he's capable of it, but he would have to dominate like to a Jordan Kobe-esque type level, at least for one season, for people to finally give that respect. And so, you know, but I think he's the guy, and I think Embiid is a close second, right? Embiid is the only MVP that's never been to a conference finals. So there's that. You know, whatever it is, he gets hurt or he's got a tummy ache or, you know, soft tissue injury, whatever. He's easily, hands down, the best freaking big in the league. And I don't care what anybody says about that. You can say Jokic all you want, but when Embiid plays Jokic, he kills him.
Oh, the best big in the league? Oh,
yes.
Preach.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And again, that's no disrespect to Jokic because Jokic is great. But
I think you can say that without being disrespectful to Jokic. He's more versatile as far as like what he does on the court. You know, I mean, the numbers are godly. I mean, you know, you damn near average a triple double. That's pretty impressive. But the best big in the league, the best big in the league is Joel Embiid. That's without question.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we're on the same.
You're not off base with that one.
Yeah. So I think that the guy who's got the most to prove is Tatum, which is sad coming off a first team All NBA and a chip, and then second is Embiid. Go ahead. Your thoughts.
But no, I'm sorry. I was trying to find
you're good.
A post about Jaylen Brown being Muslim.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty cool, man.
It is.
That's pretty cool. Jason Tatum already won one, right? And I think at that point, you kind of like at this point, it's kind of like ego to be like, all right, I need to win another one because I mean, you know, the media thinks that Jaylen Brown is the guy, but I did it. I did what a lot of greats, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. I did what all these guys haven't done, and that's win a championship. I've done it. I've done it. But now we're just talking about who was the most sparkling player on the court at the time. Let's just forget everything I did all season. Let's just forget all like me leading the team in every statistical category. I mean, I'm not here to poo-poo on anything Jason Tatum did, but Jaylen just outshined him. I mean, but Jaylen Brown.
I just disagree.
Tatum, bro, you want it, bro. You want it. That may not have been your best series, but I mean, you still were that guy. You still can walk around with the one that says, "I got a ring. I did it," because you did what it took to get there. You know, it may not have been your best series, but damn it, Tatum, you did what you needed to do to get your team there. So I don't think he has a lot to prove other than his just ego, just pure ego. I mean, and what the media is portraying him to be. You know what I mean? But he's won it. So, with that being said,
to win it,
the most approved, far-fetched, and at this point, it is a far reach, very, very far reach. Ja Morant.
He's got so much time though. But I get what you're saying. Like he was quickly rising, and then
he was handed the keys to the league. He was being handed the keys to the league. The league was literally saying, here are the keys. He took them things and threw them so far that you would have thought he was Brett Favre.
Right.
I mean, he threw him so far. So at that point, I mean, you have 2 seasons in a row to where you have the biggest fallout of the gun situation when he was, I think it was a strip club or a regular club. I think it was strip club. Was it strip club? Whatever. In the strip in the establishment where he was brandishing the pistol, right? And all of that. Then the following season, you tear your labrum. I think he tore his labrum the following season, last season, right? And at this point, you just saw a guy named Anthony Edwards just come into your conference and literally take that joint over as being the best guard in that conference. The guy, the folks, they're comparing him to, I mean, not comparing him, but they're like, but boy, if Michael Jordan never had a kid and he made it to the NBA, it's Anthony Edwards. We looking dead at him. Like they're comparing him to Michael Jordan, being a Michael Jordan's kid. The way his mannerisms are, his confidence. I mean, people call it cocky. I just call it confident. Whatever.
Right.
You know. Sue me if you want to, but the way he plays a game, he came over and took over the Western Conference at a young age. And who was the next young player that was supposed to do that? That was Ja Morant. That was you. So I think if you come back into this season, and to me, I think if you even make the Western Conference Finals, we know that you're back. We know that you're coming here and you're ready to take over the mantle. Like, nah. Especially if you were to meet Anthony Edwards in a said playoff series and you beat him 4-2 or 4. I mean, however you beat him, I think that's huge. And I think that's huge for like not only him as a person or a player, but like, damn, bro. I mean, that man went through hella true lifetime adversity and came back and was, he put his name in the hat. I mean, but other than that, I mean, to your point, that's where I was going. I mean, I'm not
mad at it.
That's where I was going before we started mentioning the championship. At that point, I mean, I would say Joel Embiid, man. I mean, you've been that guy, bro. I mean, you're the best big in the league.
Yes.
Every time we're talking about, I mean, you proud about not winning the MVP, and I believe James Harden won it or whoever won it that year. Following year, you get MVP, you dominate, bro. You dominate the back-to-back MVP, NBA champion, and Jokic. You're dominant, bro. Nobody can stop you. You got the biggest, like what Shannon Sharp said, you got the biggest caboose in the league, but nobody can do nothing with it.
Right. You get bigger and stronger. You got moves, you got skills. Yep.
You can shoot, you can defend, you can block, you have all of those attributes. And I think in the playoffs is where he just, I got a tummy ache, my tummy's hurting.
Yeah, it's always something
that I didn't win the MVP, so I'm a pout, or I'm hurt. I think at this point, if you go and win a championship, you finally put yourself in the conversation to like not be second questioned. Be second questioned. I'm the best big in the league, and I went and I won a championship, and I did it. You know what I mean? So that will be my pick on that topic.
No, I agree. That's fair. Bam, about to go down. Pause.
Are they?
I thought they were up 14-6. That's what I thought, but it shouldn't be that close against USF. But regardless, this college football thing is crazy. Let's see, where were we? So Edward Jackson asks, so JT needs a Finals MVP. I don't know what he needs, but for whatever reason, he's very disrespected by a lot of people, and it's crazy. So I'm not exactly sure what can change people's viewpoint on him, and it's weird because I think in life, for the most part, once people get a perception of you, it's really hard to move them off of that. You got to do something like, super incredible. So I really don't know, but I think he just needs to go crazy and destroy everything in sight next season and probably repeat as a champion and just be the unquestioned guy. But that team is not built for one guy to be the unquestioned guy.
One man, one show.
So it's going to be really hard for him to do that. So
in order to do that, Jaylen Brown needs to be gone.
But we don't want that. No, but see, everyone's been trying to separate them two for the longest, but they stuck it out. Celtics management stuck it out, and it paid dividends. You know, it got what they needed. It's not that serious, says today's NBA devalues championships, and that's absolutely true. And we know why and how that is. LeBron James. We have to make an excuse for when the guys we like, if they lose, mainly that one guy, we have to make it okay for him to lose. And that's why championships have been devalued. We know that. Not my opinion. We watched it for the last 20 years. Tatum's legacy won't be appreciated till he's gone, similar to Duncan. You know what? I agree with that, Tyler. It's so funny. I was never a Duncan guy. The further we get away from him as a player, the more I'm appreciating how good he was. I was never a Duncan guy. Nope.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
I guess because, the Lakers played him a lot. So,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can see why you would appreciate that. Yeah. Because also, remember, Transformer, like, I'm what, about 10 years older than you. So, true. My big man era was a little different than yours, right? Absolutely. My big man era is Shaq and D-Rob and Mount Mutombo and Zoe and Dream. You know what I'm saying? And Patrick Ewing. Like, I come from a different era when it comes to bigs. So I kind of view them through a different lens. Not saying it's right or wrong. I just see it differently. So that's probably why I appreciated Duncan a little less. But Duncan was a problem, no doubt. Sneed. I agree, man. I agree. Lane Broad trying to ruin the league. Not happening. It will be fine and perfect when he's gone. Yeah. We'll see, man. But he's never ever going to really
not going to be gone. No, he's not.
Because he's going to become an owner and he's going to be the Jerry Jones of the NBA.
Yes. As much as y'all try to get rid of that man is going to be sticking around, buddy.
Yo, Dirk had more clout than Duncan. Duncan was levels ahead. That's true. It's true. Sneed also says winning chips should always be the pinnacle of achievement and celebration. I agree. That's if you're the guy, right? But, obviously, if you're, like Robert Horry got 7 chips, and don't get me wrong, he played key role making huge shots in a lot of those series. But that said, like, he was never the guy, so we can't look at that the same way. So I totally get what you're saying.
But I think, I get what Sneed is saying. Winning chips should always be the pinnacle of achievement and celebration. But is it achievement and celebration when you have been the face of this team the whole time, and then the moment we get to said championship, I am not the face or the one to be in most celebrated? It's kind of different. Like I get where Bruce is coming from and why he picks Jason Tatum. Just why I think it's just pure ego. But it's like okay, I've been the face of this team. I'm the guy. Y'all gave me the title of being the leader of this team, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went through our first finals and we lost against Golden State. I couldn't get it done. Yeah, that's my fault. Steph Curry is one of the greatest of all time. Golden State is one of the greatest teams of all time, and that's just the way it is, right? I lost. The next time I get there, I did all this work to get us there, and then finally we got there, and I just wasn't on my game. Whatever the case may be. Who they played? Not Denver. Who they play? Help me out. It's drawing a blank. Who they play? Who they just play? In the Western Conference, from the Western Conference.
Who, the Lakers? Denver.
It wasn't. No, Denver didn't make it.
Who you
to the finals.
Who
did the Celtics just beat?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, they beat Dallas.
Dallas. There you go. Dallas. Okay, got it. All right. So we finally get to Dallas, and I'm like to the point where I'm just not on my game. I can't shoot it from 3. I'm off. I'm like, literally, this is one of his worst years ever in the playoffs from 3. I'm just off. I'm off. And out of all of that, now all of a sudden, I can't be celebrated. I'm riding on the coattail of Jaylen Brown. Like, okay, but I did the grit work. I led the team in rebounds, led the team in assists. I'm doing everything else. But who's making the spectacular plays and who has the spectacular moments? That's Jaylen Brown. He's getting all of that. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
is there some preference talking there? I'm not saying Jaylen Brown didn't make huge plays and all that, and he did.
No,
but
he
is there
did.
some preference there? Like some people just may prefer the way Jaylen Brown plays in terms of being more aggressive and more attacking, whereas Jason Tatum's style is more smooth and laid back. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah,
And I say that all the time. You hear me say that a lot. He's just not aggressive enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the Olympics, that was like when I tell you when he checked in, and it's like, okay, well, you just got benched last game. You just checked in. Right. And you go into the corner when Anthony Edwards just called for the ball and he's running up the court. Absolutely not. Right. Get out of here, young fella. You just got here. I'm the champion.
Quick side note, let me interrupt real quick. Just got a notification. Angel Reese out for the season with a wrist injury. So she's done for the year. Yeah.
Well, we know who the rookie is. To me, it was Caitlin Clark.
I think we kind of knew who it was going to be anyway.
Yeah, it was going to be Caitlin Clark, but I did not see that.
Yeah. Just got that.
Dang, man, that sucks, bro.
And then when I saw it, I went straight to ESPN.com. Yep. Sky rookie Angel Reese's season over due to wrist injuries. Yep. I mean, it's been a hell of a rookie season, though. I don't know. What did it say? Led the league with 26 double-doubles, set WNBA record with 15 consecutive double-doubles earlier this season. And I think she had the most total rebounds in the season as well and was leading the league in rebounding and offensive rebounding. So, that's tough, man. That's tough.
Season injury. Yeah,
but yeah, where were we? I'm sorry.
That sucked. But no, I mean, we were just basically talking about, Jason Tatum needing to win a championship. I mean, another championship, like being the guy. I mean, I don't think he
more definitively the guy.
More definitively the guy, but I don't think he just necessarily needs to. I mean, the numbers are there. The numbers are there. He did good.
Yeah,
he did great.
And again, that's not the way that team is built. So
yeah, it's not like he was riding the coattails of Jaylen Brown. Like
he's first team All NBA
in all these categories is like okay. I mean, but Jaylen Brown, like I said, Jaylen Brown just made the more spectacular plays, especially on the defensive side of the ball. When it came to Luka Doncic bringing the ball up the court and he's picking the ball up and going for
he did
a fast break dunk. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, he got that. But at the same time, I mean, Jaylen deserves his flowers. I mean, not Jaylen, but Jason deserves his flowers. He won a championship, bro.
No. I think, again, like Tatum it's just the way he plays just looks different. So people don't like. And then the fact that he's constantly bringing up Kobe when he plays nothing like him, like that doesn't help his case either. Like, stop doing that.
Nothing. No.
And you got a skill set. You're smooth. You're athletic. Cool.
But that's not a Kobe move. This is not a Kobe move.
Well, no,
that's not a Kobe move. No, that's not a Kobe move.
No, he doesn't play anything like Kobe.
Look at it.
Nothing like him.
Crossover dribble, step back. That's not a Kobe move.
No, nothing like him. But he can ball. He's really
good.
He
can ball. No, I'm just saying. But stop. That's not a Kobe
No, I'm
move.
with you.
Kobe didn't
so,
do
like,
that.
just stop. I think that. I know that's
Kobe
something
would
that
have
he has a
definitely
problem with, and I agree. Like, stop bringing up Kobe. Like, just cut it out. Play within your game and do that. This is kind of.
I'm so much of a Kobe fan. When people mention the word Kobe Bryant,
right?
I need you to be a killer, like the stone cold killer.
But everybody can't be that though. That's the problem. Everyone can't be that.
Problem.
Yeah, this is a great point here, Sneed. Tatum needs a couple big moments and some big games when everybody's watching. I
like that.
Then the narrative changes. You're right, Sneed. You're right.
I like that. And that's more to my point. Is Jaylen Brown outshined him in the big moments. But Jason Tatum was there. He's like, okay, damn. I got points. I got assists. I got rebounds. Bron did it. But LeBron did it. But he was the clear leader. Like whoever came behind him. Like there was no threat to the throne. Like, okay, I'm that guy. I'm averaging 39, 10, and 10, or 10 and 9. I'm averaging 39, 10, and 9.
Tyler, this is a bad analogy. Tatum is the modern day McGrady. If I'm not mistaken, McGrady never made it out of the first round. That's a bad analogy.
Never made it out of the first round.
And McGrady never even attempted to defend like Tatum tries. Is he Meta Sanford Artest? No, very few players are going to be that. But like McGrady didn't even try to play D. So that's terrible.
That's to my boy, my brother Donnell. He's a huge Trace McGrady fan, but I always put that fact in his face.
Crazy skill set, but again, one side of the ball. So here's a guy we haven't talked about that maybe has something to prove here, And that's Dame Lillard, right? Dame Dollar, Dame, whatever you want to call him. And so his whole thing was, he was loyal to the soil in Portland all those years. And finally, when he realized that they just, he wasn't going to win there, he wanted an opportunity to go somewhere where he would have a chance to win. He gets to Milwaukee, and it doesn't work. Now, part of that is Giannis's limited skill set. I'm not going to be disingenuous about that, but part of it is him too. And the coaching too, right? If I'm the coach, whoever the coach is, when Dame Lillard gets to Milwaukee, one of the first things I'm thinking is I'm sitting him and Giannis down. I had my video department do a monster cut up of all the different variations of the P&R, pick and roll, that Stockton and Malone ran. And I'm saying, I want you guys to run variations of this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Giannis' skill set is capable of doing that, but
that's the key.
That's what I would be trying to emulate. Obviously, Giannis not going to be able to do the pick and pop, but he might be able to do the pick and roll because, he gets going downhill and he can catch an ollie, he can catch a pocket pass, and he can finish it. But I think that that's what I would be trying to have him do. But Dame, the whole thing was he gets in an opportunity where he has another star or he has a better team around him, a better opportunity to win, he can win. And really, they didn't show that much. Now, of course, Giannis got injured in the playoffs. So
that's a huge key.
We'll see with another year and off season under their belt together. Pause. If they can.
And Dame got hurt too, I want to say.
I think he did. Yeah, that's when Middleton went off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So what are your thoughts on Dame possibly having a lot to prove? He's one of those names, maybe not as much as Embiid or.
Yeah, I don't think he's not going to be in an upper echelon of most to prove because Giannis is the guy.
Yeah. I think people don't see Dame like that.
He's a clear-cut guy. It's Giannis's team. Giannis is going to be the focal point of the team. Now, if he goes and have a Steph Curry type of moment to where at the end of most of those games, not saying all of them, but most of those games where he's just bombing away. It's like Giannis. I mean, Giannis is in foul trouble. Giannis can't get through the wall of defense because they putting up a wall. And I'm literally going into this fourth quarter and I'm putting them away every time because they can't stop me from three. They can't stop my dribble. They can't stop my inside penetration. None of that. You know what I mean? So I think at that point, then you can have that discussion. Okay, he led the team. But I think when you look at Milwaukee, I mean, you're looking at Giannis as the leader. You know what I mean? Like Damian Lillard can't go in Milwaukee and do what Kevin Durant did in Golden State.
Right.
He can't do it. Kevin Durant went in Golden State knowing Steph Curry was that guy. But when it mattered the most, Kevin Durant was like, this is why you got me here. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to be that clear-cut leader. You need a bucket, give me the ball. You need a bucket, give me the ball. You need somebody to close it, give me the ball. If Lillard can do that to Giannis, then I think that means that'll mean a whole lot. That would mean a whole lot. But yet Giannis has already won a championship. He's done it with a 50 bomb in what game? I think it was game 5, game 6 against the Phoenix Suns. You know what I mean? Like he's done that. So
yes, he has.
At this point, we're looking at Milwaukee like, shit, man, that's Giannis' team. And we haven't seen no other reason why it's not. So I mean, he would literally have to be like unworldly spectacular beyond Giannis averaging 30 and 13 in the series. Yeah.
All right. So next up, here's another one. We mentioned it. I think he's much lower on this list, but Paul George.
Very
Paul
low.
George came into the league as a defender. He was an elite perimeter wing defender. He turned himself into a shooter. As well as a guy with athleticism, but he turned himself into a shooter. He can pass. He can run the point like a point forward now. Paul George, super talented, but he couldn't be the guy when he was the leader in Indiana. And then after Indiana, where'd he go? OKC, right? So, and that was Westbrook's team. So, they had some time together, and he had some big moments there. I don't know how much do you think Paul George has to put? I put him up there just because him joining Embiid is supposed to really make Philly super dangerous. But even though he's super skilled, I don't know if Paul George is another guy that people see that way. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, when you put him up there, I was confused a little bit because I'm like, if the Sixers win, it's gonna be the celebrations for Embiid.
You're right.
Yeah, Paul George got it, but I mean, the celebration is for Embiid. The process, yes, we waited. We took our time. We finally got him to pieces, and when we finally got him a guy, that we can trust and not pay him $40 million and give me 10 points when I need it the most. And what's his name? What's light skinned boy's name? Came from Orlando. He finally got shipped out of there. Come on, Tyler. Got
shipped out of
Philly.
Orlando and went where?
He came to Philly. He was just in Philly.
Where did he go?
He was just in Philly.
I don't know.
Oh, you got Maxey, the one that they gave up Jimmy Butler for. Come on, man. He's like, come on. Tyler, do your job, man.
I don't know. Yo, Tyler's not your statistician, man. He's not your researcher.
We know I can't, like his name is leaving my brain. He's that terrible when it matters the most, man. But anyway, like we've been through that time to where you didn't have that Simmons? No, Simmons? No, not Ben Simmons. No, the other guy, the one that got paid. He got paid like $30 million a year or something like that, $35 million a year, and he did nothing. No, not Levine.
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris. There you go. Thank you, Eddie. That's my brother. Tobias Harris.
Yeah, I said Tobias
Harris. Did you say? I didn't hear you.
I just said it, man. No.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in what you call it now, Detroit.
Yes. Okay. Tobias Harris. That's the name I was trying to think of. But you
Yeah,
finally got a guy, right?
To
where, okay, I can, whenever I need a bucket and I'm not in the game, or I'm tired, or I've been dominating the boards all game. I've been dominating the inside of the paint all game. Take all pauses. I mean, I'm gonna say some pause type of stuff. This basketball, but I finally got a guy who can go get me a bucket, right? Go get me a bucket when I need it. All right. Granted, he has his playoff flaws, but I think when you add a big like that, we've never. Well, the only time we've seen him with a big like that, the best big he had was in Indiana when he had I'm not finna go into guessing names, but the dark skinned center, whatever his name is. But that's the last time we've seen him have a center on his side, right? To be as dominant as he is, right? So you finally have that. And I think at this point, the focal point becomes more of like Embiid finally has the pieces to get it done. At this point, Paul George is a Robin to a Batman. Like Batman finally got a Robin. Like you're not going to be like, okay, well, because Paul George is not going to lead in points. He's not going to lead in rebounding. He's not going to lead in assisting. He's not going to be the closer. I mean, he may be a closer in some points a game, but he's not going to be the contributing factor to like, okay, Embiid is coming into the game. He got 8 points in the first. He's going to give you 8 more free throws in the second quarter. Like he's keeping the team going throughout the whole entire game. I just need you to be at the end of the game. I'm tired. I'm gassed. I need you to give me a bucket. That's what Paul George is going to be. I don't think Paul George is going to be that takeover type of guy to where he needs to lead the team in anything at that point.
He has the ability to do it. And I believe that at some point this year when Embiid invariably gets hurt, which I'm not wishing it on him, but it generally happens, he'll be in position to do it. Yeah. Him and Maxey could be a vicious 1-2 punch.
And I think Maxey will be more beneficiary than Paul George.
Well, we saw Maxey take over and average, 29, 30 last year when Embiid was out? He was going off.
Who brings the ball up?
Maxey.
Exactly.
But Paul George can do that too. So now you got a totally different, you got a different setup. So if
I'm Maxey, I'm not letting him do that. No, bro. No.
I mean, Paul George doesn't have to do it. I'm just saying he can.
Okay.
Both of them can play off the ball. Both of them can play with the ball. Pause. So it just depends on,
Take the pause out of it, man. We grown men. I'm not finna do this all night.
Hey man,
I'm pretty sure our pause ticker is at like 100 plus. We're talking man, physicality, man. We're gonna say some suspect stuff unintentionally, but you know what we mean. 5 years ago didn't exist.
Listen, I'm gonna put you on the why. I'm gonna put you on the why. But yeah. Jesus so Christ. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's. To me, it's Tatum and then it's Embiid. Like everybody else has their arguments why it could be them, but I think it's Tatum and Embiid. I saw somebody say, not in this chat, but I was talking to somebody else about this, and they were saying Harden, and I'm like, why? Nobody expects anything out of Harden. Like he doesn't have anything to prove. He'll make the Hall of Fame because he put up a lot of numbers for a lot of years, but no one expects anything of him.
He invented the travel.
Oh boy, did he?
He invented the travel. That's what he's gonna be known for inventing the travel.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but Chad, I might be. Y'all had Simmons, Levine, Tyrese.
Did they? Wow. Okay.
Waltz. I mean, you answered the question to Hibbert. Okay. Y'all didn't know the one player that got paid all that money and was light skinned. That was just. I mean, but Ben Simmons did get Ben Simmons got paid. He got paid before he left?
Yeah, he got paid, but he's another one. No one expects anything of him. He's just
true. But I'm
not gonna denigrate a professional player and say what I was about to say, but no one expects anything of him because unfortunately he did very little to take advantage of the opportunity that he was blessed with. Plain and simple. He likes all the trappings that come with being an NBA player. He has no interest in being an NBA player.
What was that quarterback that got drafted by the Raiders back in 2003? I think it was 2003. Black quarterback. I can't remember his name, but he got drafted, got paid, and really did nothing. Ooh,
I think I know who you're thinking about, but that wasn't 03 though.
But
you're thinking about
around that time. Jamarcus Russell. There you go. Jamarcus Russell.
And that wasn't 03. That was 07. Yeah, because I went to Germany in 06 and that January, Notre Dame played LSU. Exactly. Yeah, Notre Dame played LSU in the Fiesta Bowl and got beat 41-14, something like that, I think. And that was Jamarcus Russell's team. And then he got drafted to the Raiders and did 0.
Anyway, that's Ben Simmons.
What up, New Breed? I'm doing all right.
That's Ben Simmons, bro.
Yeah,
that's Ben Simmons to a T.
Somebody
who was that guy in LSU. Damn, they both played for LSU.
That's right. Maybe it's something in the water.
Damn, I just put that together. They both played for LSU. Anyway, I was that guy in college. Number 1 pick. Got my check.
Yeah. But that's crazy though, because Ben Simmons spent 1 year at LSU. They didn't even make the tournament, bro.
Didn't even make the tournament. He sat out.
68 teams make the tournament, and he couldn't even get them to the tournament, and he still got drafted number 1, despite all the warnings that came from his coaches and every people that have been around him. So,
should have known
whatever.
Then.
Yeah.
Should have known then.
Yep. All right. This was a good topic. Let's go ahead and open these phone lines up. Let's get a couple calls in on it, and then we'll call it a night. Yeah. So I'll put it in the chat. Which
I mean, Tim Tebow was a dog at Florida, though. I mean, let's not get it twisted. He was a dog.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
You know what I mean?
All right. The number is 904-219-8264. You also see it scrolling on the bottom of your screen. 904-219-8264. Give us a call. Give us your thoughts on what NBA player has the most to prove this season. And it doesn't have to be one of the ones we talked about. It could be somebody totally different. But yeah, give us a call. Let us know your thoughts. Let's get it.
Hey, shout out to New Breed 313 Sports, man. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, share. But I think your comment is extremely funny, man. Ben Simmons, aka my neck and my back.
Yeah.
AKA my neck and my back. Man, that's such a disappointment, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
Very much.
I mean, every time I hear, I see Ben Simmons, I'm like, man, you just Jamarcus Russell, bro. Bro, just got your check, got your rookie check, and bounce. Then he got paid again after that, and just got up out of there, man. Get your bread, bro. Ben Simmons is tall and was able to run for 30 minutes a couple of years. That was it. Not wrong. You're not wrong, Sneed.
But Sneed, hold on. Like in Ben Simmons' best year, was he 16-8-8, right? 16-8-8. He was all NBA defense, and I guess did he win Rookie of the Year? I think he won Rookie of the Year. So like he wasn't terrible.
Was he hurt? Did he get hurt his first year?
I don't know. Let's go ahead and take this call from Edward Jackson.
Yeah.
What's up, Edward? What's going on, brother? Hello? I think he hung up. Unless I hung up. We call him back.
Yeah, he got Rookie of the Year.
There you go.
Because he was hurt his first year. Yeah, he was hurt his first year.
Bruce, what's going on?
Edward, what's going on, man? Sorry, I think I hung up on you.
What's going on, D? What's going on, y'all?
What's going on, man? What you got?
Man, yeah. So on the top about the most improved in the NBA right now. So
No, not most improved. The most to prove.
to prove. I mean, you said JT. I mean, what he need an MVP and a Finals MVP?
It's
most to prove. To prove.
Most
What
to
does he have to
prove.
prove?
I don't know
Yeah.
what he needs to do, but people just don't look at him like he's as good as he is. And I'm not
won't
sure.
get it done. I guarantee.
I'm not sure what it's going to take. Maybe an MVP would help, but
I don't think it would, because if he gets an MVP and he loses in like the second round,
right?
Like, okay, then
yeah.
What was that for?
So basically, he's got to do it all then, right?
Yeah,
he got to win an
win
MVP. He got to win an Eastern Conference Finals MVP, a Finals MVP, and repeat. I guess maybe that might change.
Again, in the public's eyes, I don't think he need to.
I don't either. Like, imagine if G was here, what he would be saying, right?
Oh, G is going crazy.
Man, G be clowning that man right now.
Yeah,
G clowning him.
Yeah, G can't stay. Yeah, he don't want to hear nothing about Tatum. You know?
Yeah, so it was him, and then you said, I know there ain't got to be nobody else on your list. I would say, what about Julius Randle? What y'all think about that? That would be one. Because they got
a trading block. Yeah, he about to get traded, bro. Yeah, that man ain't going nowhere.
The reason I don't even consider Julius Randle in this discussion is because I don't think people really expect much of him in terms of being the guy, right? Now everybody knows that's Brunson's team in New York. So, right. So I don't think anyone's really thinking about Julius Randle like that.
Yeah,
I think for most approved, you got to be the guy.
What about Zion?
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. But people are seeing he appears to be taking it seriously now. I think they said he's at his lowest weight since he's been at Duke, and he's trying to lose like another 10 or 15. So he's really taking it seriously. Now he's just got to improve his game.
Yeah, it was a freak.
Yeah, and then they got DeJounte Murray, so that's a good pickup they had. He left Atlanta and went there. So I wasn't gonna say Trae Young. I don't know what's going to be the issue with Trae.
He's lazy.
He can't play defense. Yeah,
correct. He don't want to defend, and he thinks he's Steph, but he's not. That's what it is.
He's like,
man. So would y'all think Kawhi Leonard don't have nothing to prove also?
Nothing.
No, he doesn't, because
he's solidified.
He's a 2-time Finals MVP, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think he's a 3-time champ, 2-time Finals MVP. So, like, everyone knows, like, very simply put, Kawhi just can't stay healthy. That's all there is to it. Like, if he could,
his body wouldn't allow him to do it.
Yeah, his body betrays him. And from all the reports, he works really hard at it. He just can't stay healthy, and some people just aren't built that way.
And Skip Bayless been saying it for years, man. That boy got some bad arthritic knees. The knees is just bad, man.
I saw a comment. Somebody said JT is the modern T-Mac. I was like, bro, I know that has to be a hot take. That was asinine for that person.
Yeah,
I can't see that. Nah. And Daniel was a huge T-Mac fan, so was I. But nah, I'm not gonna be there as much as I. But yeah. So it was just those guys.
So who would you say, bro? If you'd had like most approved other than Zion, you said Zion, right?
Yeah, I said Zion.
I think that's fair.
So that's your guy. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, because he lost the weight, and then you got DeJounte Murray. He's a good defender. He can play both ends on the floor. He did that when Trae was down. So he got some help now. Brandon, B.I., I don't know what. And I forgot about him too.
He was on a trade block for a minute. I think he could still possibly get traded. Now they got DeJounte Murray.
Well, that could happen. But yeah, man, that's all I was talking about. I missed half of the show. Yeah, I missed half of the show. But I know y'all gonna be on tomorrow?
Don't plan on it.
Yeah, man. At least Sunday, man. Let Jesus rest.
Right.
That's real. My fault.
You never. You never know. We might. Who knows, man? Something crazy happened.
He gonna let me know. Yeah, man. I love the content. I'm gonna keep watching, man. But,
just when you subscribed already, right, Edward?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, turn your notifications on. That way, anytime a show comes up, your phone will let you know. So turn your notifications on.
Oh, okay then, man, brother. Y'all have a good night. I love you, man. Go Irish.
I love you too, brother.
Go Irish. Man, I appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
Gotta support him, man.
I needed that.
Everybody type.
Man,
I don't care what team you are on. I don't care what team. Type in the chat. Go Irish. Go Irish, man.
That was some
we
love
need
right
Bruce
there,
to
man.
give
I
some
appreciate
love,
that.
man. Give us some love.
Man, Edward, man, that
He
was
hurting.
the best thing I heard in the last 2 hours 54 minutes, man. Thank
He
you.
can't name not one Irish player that ever played.
He don't
But
have
that man
to.
said, "Go
He
Irish."
don't have to. And Edward, anybody asks you name an Irish player who ever played, just say the Rocket. Just say the Rocket, and you're good. Just say the Rocket, and you are good. All right, man. I think that's about it, man. That's it for the show. Another great show. Got a lot of good topics in. Got a lot of good discussion. Appreciate everybody in the chat. As always, if you haven't, make sure you click that like and subscribe on the way out. Make sure you do that, and make sure, guys, that y'all are sharing the show, man. We try to make it, as interactive as possible, as much of a, barbershop type environment as possible. We just in here, like Tyler said, we just talking sports. We just in here kicking it, man. Try to be professional. Transformer, he brings some levity as well as some good sports talk, man. So we try to I was about to say something crazy. We try to
We're grown man, Bruce.
we try to approach things from all around, just give those different perspectives. So, we appreciate y'all, and we try to deliver it in a myriad of different ways. So not sure what's the next show. We're gonna do our Wednesday, but I don't know if we're gonna get on before that. We've been pumping it out lately. I don't know. Obviously, there's Monday Night Football, there's Sunday Night Football, so who knows if we might get on and do a post game tomorrow night or Monday night? Who knows, man? We'll have
what's
to
the last game again?
talk about that.
Hold on, let me see. I don't think we.
All right, go ahead and check it out. See what we got, man.
I don't think we are gonna. Let me see. It's the Rams of Detroit.
Is that Monday night? No, that's Sunday night.
That's Sunday night.
Damn.
Monday night is the
Monday
Jets
night
and
is
San
the
Fran.
Jets and the Niners.
I may hop on, bro.
We may
Pause.
have to pause.
Whoa,
Whoa, what are you doing, bro?
Good night, chat. It's been great. It's been great, guys. All right, bye. It's been great, guys. Bye.
Yeah, that was
Bye.
one of the worst ones ever.
Bye. The moment I heard the last syllable of the last word, I was just like, God.
Yo, that was one of the worst ones ever.
No.
Wow. You got to do better than that, son. You got to do better than that. Oh, by the way, at the end of the third.
We got to have a pause disclosure, man. Like, okay, it got to. Bro, that's like the 115th pause.
We'll do our best, but sometimes we might slip,
We might slip. Okay. But no, anyway, on Monday night,
oh my gosh,
I might hop online.
Yeah, we might do a post game for Monday Night Football.
Man, you gotta be
that could be a good one.
With words, man.
You really do. Hey, listen, I'm a communication grad, and I can tell you, words matter. Words matter. Yo, South Florida at the end of the third is within 1 point of Alabama, 13-14.
I was just about to shout out Clemson for just dog walking Appalachian State.
Did they? What was the score?
56 points at halftime.
Oh, at the half?
At halftime,
well, they
Clemson
needed that.
has 56 points.
They're going to score 70.
They are on a mission. They're going
to score 70.
Yeah, they might try to get 80 just to prove a point.
Ohio State's up 42-0. Western Michigan with 4 minutes left in the third.
Easy day. LSU finally pulled away from Nicole State.
Houston is tight with Oklahoma right now. Oklahoma's up 14-12.
Ooh, and Houston got the ball too.
There you go.
Does have the ball. Let me see. Michigan State
am I wrong, or is there a lot more parity this year in college football?
Because of the transfer portal NIL.
Yeah.
I told you.
Transfer portal, NIL.
NIL was going to change the game.
It has.
Truly, you no longer have the Nick Saban clout.
Right.
That's
where
over.
One or two.
Nick Saban got out of there because of that.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, I can no longer get folks to Alabama off of clout. That's it. I'm done. Alabama don't got money like Texas, Oklahoma.
No, they do not.
Kansas.
No, they do not.
Them cities over there. A&M.
Yeah.
I don't have that money. We don't got that money, bro. Y'all made it here off my name. That's it, bro.
Yeah,
Dunsky.
that's it.
Colorado finally making it a game. It's now 21-28 Nebraska.
Don't mention App State to Michigan fans. That's a fact. I was hoping App State would be able to pull another one today and upset Clemson, but clearly not.
Yeah, they down 40 already.
What's going on with Colorado? New breed. The problem with Colorado is they're not physical enough up front. They can't run the ball, so their offense is one-dimensional. Their offensive line can't stop the pressure, the pass rush, the opposing pass rush. And they have great skill position talent on the outside, but when they get manhandled up front, they can't deal with it. That's the problem with Colorado.
But there's no problem. It's 21-28.
It's not 21-28. Just talking about.
Yeah, it is, bro. I'm looking at the score right now. Colorado got 21.
It's 28-3 Nebraska. What are you looking at?
It's 21-28. It was a pick six.
I have the game
and
on.
A 75-yard touchdown by Colorado.
Are you insane? What do you?
I mean, what are my eyes telling me wrong? I'm looking. It's 21.
What the hell am I seeing? Because the score on my screen right now, with 3 minutes left in the third, says 28-3 Nebraska. What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to laugh.
Oh, I was like, yo, what are you? I'm wondering, like, is my I'm like, is my YouTube TV messed up?
Ain't nothing wrong with your TV, Bruce. Man, I'm trying to support the Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffs.
My
man.
goodness.
They get cooked right now, Bruce. Bruce,
yeah, they're getting done up.
With you. I'm hurt with you right now. Okay.
Yeah, hey, man. Yeah, it's rough.
Oh, I got to deal
rough.
with this. This is tough, bro.
Man.
They finally scored 3 points in this third quarter. We about to get ready to go into the fourth quarter. We down 28-3.
Mm-hmm.
So not only Florida State doing bad. Deal with this.
Yeah.
Now, if you just lose. Don't get
smoked.
Don't get cooked, bro. Like, don't get cooked. Just lose.
You don't want to get smoked.
If it's 28-24, I'm not mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
We lose by 3. We lose by 7, a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
What was the spread? I think Nebraska.
I don't
had
know,
6.5.
I never checked that stuff.
Jesus, they did. The spread was 28.5.
On what game?
Nebraska, Colorado.
Really?
Oh, that's live. I'm looking at it live.
I was like, what?
I was like, damn, did they have Colorado getting blown out?
Nah, get it together, fam. Come on, man.
No, I'm that's what it says. Can you see it? No. There you go. Let me get back.
28-3. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I'm saying that's what the spread said. That's
what the spread. No, I didn't even see the spread. That's something I don't even look at, honestly.
It's a horrible thing to bet on. If all my gamblers, man, don't bet the spread all the time. It's just a crapshoot.
Look, man, all that is just another way to get people to gamble. That's all that
Vegas
is.
Vegas is taking your dollars.
Yes, indeed. But I'm not gonna comment on that. All right, but listen up, y'all. Again, thanks so much for joining the show tonight. We're gonna get back with you as soon as we can for another amazing episode of the Format Podcast where we talk sports, we have fun, we say pause a lot because we just do.
That's facts. I mean, I'm pretty sure, man. Tyler, where you at, bro? I'm pretty sure you got a counter over there. How many times have we said pause?
He might.
3 hours and 3 minutes of a segment.
A lot.
I'm pretty sure it's over 100, man.
Yeah, that's because you be saying some absurd stuff out here. That's the problem.
just blame it all on me, huh?
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I'm the only one saying.
Yeah, definitely blame it on you.
Okay, Roger that.
Man. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end the show now. As much as we like to, hang in.
I appreciate a new breed.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Transformer. He's a real dude. He's a real dude. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be here. But yeah, y'all have a good night the rest of the way. If I can, I might stay up and try to at least watch the first half of this Oregon Boise State after this game right here, after the Nebraska game. So we'll see. But y'all have a good night, man.
What time they play? Oh, they just turned on. Never mind.
Yeah, they about to turn on soon. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, y'all. See you next time, and we out. Peace. If I could click the button. Yo, somebody need to
having technical